Well, there goes the Daverhood. Good morning, everybody. Yes, we're full of energy. Wait, where did that one go? Oh, okay. Full of energy on this brand new episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebookio, Podcastio, Programmio of the Stream. Let's go. With me, Dave Lefkowitz. Oh, these now? Conmigo, Dave Lefkowitz, and my darling and adorable wife with us as well. It is live on this Saturday morning, April 26th, 2026, which means that it is our 1029th episode of this program. I'm just reminded now constantly of how long we've been on the air because I've been putting episodes on Spotify now so that you can see years and years of material. And it's just rolling back to load them up, to realize that, it's taken me a while just to get where we are of episodes on Spotify. And, we're back about 8 years and just watching myself with my hair blacker. My beard has been gray for years now, but just the more hair, darker hair, the morphing of the show from doing college radio onto essentially a video podcast, but it's still a radio show on video. It's really amazing sometimes you feel the 1,029 episodes, and sometimes it feels like I've just started this 10 years ago. It's kind of weird, but thrilled to still be doing this program. We didn't get to do it last week.
You almost did it for an hour and a half. You had your vacation one that was veering into the show.
Yeah. So last week we went on the air very briefly at 9 o'clock on Saturday last week, out of a hotel room in Washington, D.C., because we were on semi-vacation. My wife had a conference thing. Vacation. I was on vacation. My wife was conferencing in D.C., in a matter of speaking. So I just went on the air to say, hey, not doing a show this week. Don't bother watching. There's nothing this week. You're going to tune in at 10, 11, whatever o'clock, and we won't be here because we're taking the week off. And yet I still got on the air at 9 o'clock, and for about 15 minutes, relentlessly told you, do not be watching this. There's no show to watch. We're not here. But this week we're here. This week we have a brand new Dave's Gone By episode of the stream for you that we're doing live right now.
Your guest has like a Lynnea Benson name, right?
Very close. Our guest in the Daverhood this week, very, very cool. Someone who started out as an actress, as so many folks do, and then moved into directing, and then became artistic director of the theater company that she co-founded, and we're talking back in like the 1980s, 1990s. And the theater company is still going strong today. As a matter of fact, she is directing a show, a musical, that is composed by her husband. Let me see if I have his name, because honestly, we did this interview a couple of weeks ago already. But we're talking about Lynnea Benson, the artistic director of the theater company, The Frog and Peach.
I love it. Is she going to explain what that means?
She will. I mean, if you know anything about English comedy, not Monty Python.
And what about the people who don't? Right?
But Python adjacent. Well, she'll explain to that. But the Frog and Peach theater. Excuse me.
You want your drink of water?
I got. Theater company has been around for a couple of decades now, and still going strong. And they're directing a musical called Three Women. And that is happening now, not as we speak, but later today. You can go off.
Is it a Russian play, like Three Women? Or...
No, and nothing to do with the Robert Altman movie, or nothing to do with that story. Whole different thing. Which I'm so sorry, but I printed this out earlier, and I just cannot.
Is it something new that's written? If you look on
Yeah,
your phone,
it's a brand new.
I don't have your phone.
Thing.
What's
So
it called? I'll tell you.
it's called Three Women, directed by, and it's off-Broadway by Frog and Peach Theater. So my wife is going to Google it.
Three Women by Frog and Peach Theater.
What happened was I was planning this episode a couple of weeks ago, and we've had other guests that we've been getting it. Maybe I have her thing here, or maybe I don't. But I should have. But anyway, Rabbi Sol Solomon.
What is Three Women at Frog and Peach Theater about?
I think it's about 2 hours long. Here we go. It's Billy, a Nashville star returning from a 50-week tour to find his life in chaos with romantic affairs, substance abuse, and dark secrets. Ooh, it's less than an hour long, so you get in, get out, hear all this music, kind of country music-ish, yeah. Should be a lot of fun, and it is directed by Lynnea Benson, who is going to be our guest in the Daverhood.
Who wrote it?
Ted Zurkowski, who is, they've been connected for years and years, they're husband and wife.
That's what you said, I'm sorry.
He's written plays and musicals for the company, so go see it. Go see it. And if you're not sure, like who's Lynnea Benson, what is a frog, what is a peach, who is Ted Zurkowski, keep watching, because Rabbi Sol Solomon will be conducting an interview with her a bit later on this very, very episode of, excuse me, the show.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I haven't, it's morning. I haven't done that much talking, so there may or may not be phlegm lodged inside my trachea and bronchi that are longing to surge forward and hit screens all over America. So I may cough up phlegm, and we may have my old phlegm, or it could just be an allergy sort of this time of year in Maryland.
We don't have to go to your yard sales then. We can stay
What?
home.
What?
We can stay home. It's too much for you.
Aw. Because this is a big day for yard sales, apparently, in our
You didn't
neighborhood.
like when I bought you the Rusty Madeline pan. You wouldn't let me make you Rusty Madelines.
I'm going to be eating them. That's what you're going to get. I was so shocked that you wanted to buy it. Because we talked about this 2 weeks ago. We were at a yard sale, and in the garage was this unused, it's still in the wrapper,
Yeah.
but cardboard wrapper, this pan where you can make madeleines, these delicious kind of vanilla-y, cakey pastries that are in the shape of a shell, right? And so you don't see this very often, a madeleine pan. And my wife gets on this thing, and sometimes she wants to make me a cake because she knows I like cake. And she made a Passover cake a couple of weeks ago. It was great. So, hey, I'll do it. I'll make a cake for him. Make a cake. I'm like, please, yes, do. And so here's a madeleine tin. And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, but this is...
I didn't see the rust on it, honestly.
Yeah, there was rust and mold.
I didn't know there was... Well, that's bad,
yeah. And so I'm looking at this thing when we buy it, and I think it was $3 we paid for the thing.
$1.50. It was half off.
$1.50 for this pan. But we get it home, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to put this in the dishwasher before we do anything with it, because it's got literally rust and like...
I just saw that that it was still wrapped. Nobody used it.
But it wasn't in plastic. If it had been in plastic wrap, it would have been fine. Yeah. But it was just wrapped in cardboard. And not the whole thing, just like the middle of it had cardboard. And the rest of it was in the garage for God knows 20 years, just getting whatever gets on stuff in a garage. I've had to throw out dozens of books that were in my parents' garage in boxes because they were just there, and there were like spiders and mice making poo and just rain and mold and things. I don't want to touch those books, let alone eat something out of a tray that had been in there. So I thought it was kind of funny. And honestly, I would have washed it and tried it. It would have been fine. But rust, yeah, mold, no. So it kind of went immediately in the... And now you can't find the madeleine pan. We're all over...
Well, the one person I was talking to, she's like, Williams and Sonoma will have it, it'll be $75,000.
Yeah. Thank you very much. But Home Goods...
Can I have your phone so I can see who's on your computer?
And Marshall's...
And here's your phone.
No. So I've missed, perhaps for the rest of my life, any opportunity of getting homemade madeleines because we threw away the...
Our friend Tony made them. How'd she get the pan? Where'd she get the pan?
She likes cooking. She probably got one, God knows.
She got it
from Williams and Sonoma when they were only $15 a pan.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe she can send us hers.
Or just, Tony, if you're watching, please make me madeleines so we don't even have to bother making them ourselves.
I know.
She would do that on the holidays too, like on Thanksgiving or
She
on.
sent them to your mom's, but your mom threw it away.
No, she didn't. She ate them.
No. Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, of course. She ate them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anywho, where were we? Oh, yard sales. So, just because we live in suburbia and we're technically near Baltimore, but it's a schlep, and it's. I don't drive really to Baltimore unless I have to. So there's not that much to do in the neighborhood that we live in. It's a very nice neighborhood indeed. And, I'm reminded of that, especially when we were in Washington, D.C. last weekend. And it's a city. And it's a city in nice weather, which means homeless and crazy people are friggin' everywhere. And I realize we're kind of protected from that where we live. But at the same time, we're not near 10 museums. And we're not near 5 theaters, and we are near a couple of movie theaters. But there's not a lot to do unless you go to yard sales or unless you pick certain specific restaurants and go to them, many times. But so that's the trade-off. But if there are, in this time of year, where you can go to someone's house and walk around their driveway and see shit that is for sale cheaply, this excites me. This intrigues me. It's like I can get someone's garbage, pay them a tiny amount.
You tell them about the squirrel.
Oh, well, no, please, you have to.
No,
you have to tell the squirrel story.
You tell the squirrel.
This goes back about, I guess, almost 2 or 3 years now. We were at it was either a yard sale or an estate sale. Because estate means that they let you in the house, which is even better. Now you can go from room to room looking at people's lives, which I find fascinating. What did they buy back in 1982? Yeah, I love that. And even just going up the stairs, looking at like, they had this, they had that. Oh, they were obviously Christian. Look, all this Christmas stuff. Or, they had kids. Or no, maybe they didn't have kids. So all of this, not just stuff for sale, but the idea of this is how people have lived for the past 30 years. And this is the detritus they've accumulated. And the puzzle they played 25 years ago once is missing a piece. And they still have the box. I like it. I dig that. So we're tromping through, and I see this. It's a toy. It's not a taxidermy thing, but a squirrel, a furry squirrel.
Your guest book just came out.
Oh, Mazel Tov! Yay!
Okay.
Yeah. This squirrel just lying flat on a thing, and it's mangy as hell. The eyes, again, it's a toy. It's not a stuffed dead squirrel.
Just for the sake of saying it did not have mange. It looked ratty, but
it looked ratty. It was not mange filled.
It did not physically have mange.
And it was not rusted or moldy.
No, it was not rusted or moldy.
But from the looks of it, it could have been. And also the eyes. The eyes sewn on like semi-button thing eyes were hanging down, almost like the corneas were both detached. Oh. So they're hanging off the squirrel. And I picked this thing up I'm wandering around the house. My wife doesn't want to go in the house because of her allergies and her stuff, and she doesn't want to go into people's places, especially if she gets a sense that someone died there and that's the reason they're having the sale. Like, if old people moved and they moved into assisted living or a community thing, and now they're selling the house and the kids are selling the house, that's one thing. But if it's a post-death sale, she feels ooky about it, which I kind of get. Especially if it was a murder. And there's blood covering all the things for sale.
Oh, I can tell when someone's died now.
So she'll avoid that. So she's out on.
Happy Daverhood Day.
Thank you. She's staying out on the lawn talking with the owners of the house or the children of the owners of the house. Just talking with them while I'm busy tromping up the rooms to look and see if there's anything cool. So I grabbed this squirrel just for the sake of showing it to my wife and going, "Hun, you might put a bid on this," because it was so awful. It was so ridiculous that someone wouldn't just throw this in the garbage, that someone could hold on to this for years and years, because it was in such weird condition with the eyes and the thing. And so she goes, "Oh, wow," just to mess with me, just because the owner, the guy who's selling it, is right there talking to her. And she's like, "Well, how much?" And he looks at me, "Oh, $5. I wouldn't give 25 cents for this thing.
You came out with it with a big smile on your face, like, look at this, honey.
I was like, because the very idea that somebody would expect money and sell, I didn't want to touch it. I was trying to hold it in a way that it wouldn't fall apart in my hands, but at the same time not actually touch this thing. And I'm holding it, it's like $5. And my wife says, oh, you should totally get that. I could have killed you. I really wanted to throttle you at that moment.
Really?
Because I want him to say, like, take it for free. I would have taken it.
I don't think they needed the money.
Or he would have said, like, $25, and I'm like, no. But he said $5. And I would have even handled him down, Jew that I am. I would have said, $2? But no, you were like, oh, this is so great. You get it. And now I'm stuck. Because now I don't want to find, and I want to make him feel, so I'm like, oh, God. So I had to pay $5 for this rotted toy squirrel with eyes hanging from it. And we got to the car, I'm like,
we won't bring it in the house.
Kidding me?
It's probably possessed. It's in the car.
It's still in the back seat of our car. What do we call it? It's not known as, and that's not, no.
It's a squirrel.
It's squirrel.
We're afraid of it a little bit, yeah.
And the guy is trying to convince me that I haven't wasted $5. Ha ha. By saying, it's Steve.
Well, we could take a picture and we'll show it next week.
Yeah. I'm saying, Steve, it may. So Steve has a great name in old toys. And I'm guessing if we had it restored somehow by some toy restorer who would charge us like 50. An exorcist. It's like the picture of Dorian's squirrel. You bring it back perfectly. No, but maybe like pay some guy $50 to restore it, it'd probably be worth $80 or something. Yeah. But the condition that it's in, so I'm going to be very careful when we go to these things, because I'll see something, I'll be like, ooh, and you'll be like, oh yeah, and now I can't even fight the owners on like price. And yet one time I wanted to buy a poo pillow, and you wouldn't let me. It was a shit emoji, large size, but you were worried it would have like fleas or termites or whatever the hell, the bed bugs and things on it. So no, I didn't get the poo pillow.
You have the picture of you and the man in the other yard sale with the guillotine.
Oh, that's one of the classic things. That's one of the other reasons I go. I don't care about people. I don't like to meet crazy people, new eccentric people. I just want to be left alone. But sometimes you do meet fun people, and then you go with it. And this guy, in his yard sale, he wasn't selling it.
No. And the neighbors did not like it. So it was like, they're like, oh, we know him. He keeps it out there for Halloween.
Yeah, it's a giant fake guillotine, like,
yeah.
Like 12 feet high.
It scares the neighborhood children every Halloween, and they've been begging him not to do it because the children are traumatized.
Yeah, because it really looks like a guillotine. It's got metal. Yeah. So he did take a picture. I was kind enough that I put my head in it. And there's a picture. It's on my website somewhere of me with my head in a guillotine. And amazingly, I've never gotten so many thumbs up. It's like, do it. Are there after pictures? It's like, no.
But we've had some interesting.
Yeah. So that's the fun for me but what sucks is that when my wife and I were living on Long Island and in Colorado too, there would be yard sales, and there would be Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 5 or 9 to 4, right? Every yard sale in Maryland.
In Colorado, it's light longer. That's probably why.
It's light out until 7:30 at night here now.
People just don't.
And people don't have yard sales in winter.
That's true.
In spring. No, but by next week it'll be light out until 8 o'clock at night. So it bugs me that all the friggin' yard sales here are from 9 until noon on Saturdays or 1 p.m. on Saturdays. which means exactly when I'm trying to do this show, this is when people are snapping up the best deals and getting the good quality squirrels.
Well, no, we learned from our friend, remember Katrina? So we had a friend, TJ and Katrina, and they had, I think, 3 or 4 kids. She had twins then.
Yeah.
And she got all the baby clothes and everything on yard sales. And she said, what you need to do is if it starts at 8, you get there at like 7:55. Like you have to be the first one there. The first day, the first one to get the sale.
Yeah, the only good thing about being the last ones there
is you get the squirrel.
is you get a squirrel. And also, you know, if you're a Jew like me, that's when they're like, they're going to throw shit out or sell it for 10 pennies on the dollar. Because that's the point when, you want it, yeah, okay, fine, have fun. Or what is it, mark $3, $1, boom. And for $1, I'll get a lot of crap. Remember, we went to the yard sale in Colorado, and this breaks my heart.
Oh no.
And we got Bumbo.
Yeah.
Do you remember Bumbo?
Let me see if I can find a picture.
I don't know if we have it.
No, but maybe of what he is. Bumbo, the mascot for bread.
It's actually, I'll explain it because you won't find it from that. There's a company.
Is it Pasito Bimbo?
Bimbo. It's a Mexican company that ended up buying Drake's and.
Oh, yes.
So Bimbo had this old mascot that apparently was this freaked out clown. And for whatever reason, I think the guy worked for the company.
No, now they have this. He's a bear.
Oh, he's cute-ish. Yes. No, he's still freaking scary. So this is Bimbo's current mascot logo. No. Back in the day, probably 30 years ago, look for Bimbo clown logo.
Vintage Bimbo Bread Company clown logo.
And some guy,
I don't know.
Some guy in his yard, at his yard sale, had this enormous plastic Bimbo clown face head in his yard. And it was so, like, freaking weird. And it wasn't scary like the It clown. But it was still,
I can't find it.
What the, why is this in his yard?
Ow,
oh, sorry.
No, I can't find it.
But it was definitely a Bimbo clown. It was definitely...
I don't think it was. I think the man just said that to get rid of it. He's like, here, yeah.
Well, what else could you, unless it was from a carnival?
I think it was from a carnival. It was like I don't even know what you would do with it.
I didn't know what to do with it either. So I was looking at it, and I thought, you know what, for a couple of bucks I might get this just for the sheer weirdness of it. He said, oh, you want, take it. It was almost like it was cursed. He's like, get it? No, you can have it, please. So that is, you tell that to me. I'm like, of course I will have it. So I took this Bimbo giant plastic clown face, and this was one of that's why you gave me payback with a squirrel, because I said, okay, we're keeping this.
And this is like,
and it ended up being in our downstairs den when we were living in Colorado. I put it up on a shelf, and it was kind of the centerpiece of the room, with a lot of potatoes. Just this clown head that.
The closest I could find is this one, Bimbo the Punchy Clown.
Not even remotely, but. But we got a one-off, and we junked it when we left Colorado. That is one of the things that I wish we put in those travel cubes and kept. Because, I'm going to have Bimbo, or I called him Bumbo, because he was already starting to be kind of old and tarnished. So it was a clown bum. He was Bumbo. And I'm sure I have 1 or 2 pictures of him somewhere on, I wonder. I don't think I do.
I don't think neither one of us do.
Let me just check real quick if I ever.
Would you save it as Bumbo?
I would have put it in the title of the photo, but no.
You might have put him on your feed.
I should have.
Yeah.
Cause I had him when I was doing this program, but I never did the program downstairs. Interestingly enough, when I was doing it at the radio station, because again, I'm visually thinking about all these things because I've been loading up all these old episodes on Spotify, and I'm seeing doing it in this room for the past 4 years, and then doing it in my old bedroom.
You just got a notification the Texas Roadhouse is somewhere gonna build a 8,100 square foot store with 2,000 workers in the store, 200 workers in the store.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know.
Got to be a big city like New York or Chicago or somewhere like that, eh?
Cypress, Texas.
Oh,
Well, I think that's their origin over there.
Well, it makes sense. Well, it's Texas Roadhouse. That would make sense, yeah. But anyway, so I'm seeing myself in, doing the show from my old bedroom where I grew up, and then before that in when I was in Colorado. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Radio station?
Radio station, but then left the radio station because it was closed for the summer and was doing it from my office at school for a few weeks.
Yes, I remember that.
And that was great because I have my potatoes everywhere. Those are great. If you go back to 2018-19, you'll see that. And then I haven't even gone back further than that because we didn't start doing video until late 2017. But it's just, it is kind of fun and interesting to just go back and see the progress of the show, which, by the way, you can at any time just by going to davesgoneby.com. DAVESGONEBY, davesgoneby.com. Every audio show that we've ever done, which was our first 16 seasons on the air, and then all the video shows too, all the interviews, all the skits, all of it, davesgoneby.com.
Do you post them in full, or do you have to post them in sections?
Well, no. These are complete. Some of the episodes are 3, 4, 5 hours long.
How did you learn about posting it there?
Well, it's been on my website for years, and then archive.org found out about them because I started watching, their old movies and listening to their vintage radio shows, and I was like, wait a minute, you can post your own. So I was like, okay. So we have a channel on archive.org. All our complete episodes, all our interviews are there as well. Started posting them on castbox.fm, which was specifically for audio, because we're a radio show. So I've been posting the audio only of all our episodes on Castbox. And then just a couple of weeks ago, started posting everything on Spotify also, which really is the podcasting platform that everybody knows, is along with, I guess, Apple Music.
One of the iProducts.
Yeah. So lots of different places to see the same stuff. But it's great to have another outlet, especially when Facebook started deleting every video that was more than a month old. Right? Because whatever. They ran out of bandwidth. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. Used to be you could keep scrolling and see every show we did on Facebook. Now, just the past couple of weeks, and then they disappear. Whatever. So it's great to have another outlet. Now, speaking of outlets and speaking of going farther afield, we did spend last week, or before the weekend actually, late last week, my wife had a conference in Washington, D.C. And we've been there before, but it was kind of nice to get back to main area, downtown D.C., and the Smithsonian Institution, which we haven't been to.
I have the photos, too.
Yeah, so it's kind of our Dave Goes Away
and you
segment.
have the itinerary in there if you want to go through.
Oh my God, we do. There it is.
So if you want to say what you did and show the pictures.
Well, first thing I did was book the wrong hotel. That was genius. I had everything set a couple of weeks in advance because we knew we were going. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this particular Marriott and blah, blah, blah. And figuring I just had a brain glitch because I knew there were 2 Marriotts.
But I think the problem is, and they have similar names, and it's like they should identify like Marriott Chinatown, Marriott near the Capitol.
They do. I mean, it's in this incredibly long time. It's like Marriott Fairfield Estate and Suites.
Too much.
Downtown. It was just so, and I thought I had the right one, and I booked the wrong one. So we're in.
It wouldn't have mattered, but it was 90 degrees. That's why it mattered.
It was 90 degrees. We had a conference downtown. And then also we wanted to do our sightseeing in the midst of everything and walking there because I only drive there. We didn't have a car. So if we wanted to go anywhere, we're either on foot or by Uber or Lyft. So we get an early start. We get down there early in the morning. It's great. We have a cup of coffee before her conference starts.
Yeah, you had some kind of brisket sandwich too.
It was very nice. It was a pulled porky thing.
Tea. It was very nice.
In the conference building, right?
Yeah, that wasn't 90 degrees.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say what the conference was, but it's a major facility there. But I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, you go to your conference and I'll just walk over to the hotel. And then I look, because I figured the hotel's about half a mile away from where the conference is. And then I do the coordinates. I'm like, wait a minute, no. The hotel I've just booked is 3.5 miles away. What? And that moment, that sinking feeling, like the blood in my face just dropped. I was like, oh shit, I booked the wrong hotel.
It's okay.
And of course, worst case scenario, I wanted to book directly with the hotel. Right? I wanted to book directly with Marriott a couple of weeks earlier, but I wouldn't get them on the phone. Now, I would call them, and it would put me immediately to some automated phone service. So I'm like, fuck it. Instead of going directly to them, I'm going to get this Expedia rate that I booked, or that I wanted to book. So I pulled I pulled the trigger, booked the thing through Expedia, which I'm living to regret. And now I have to call Expedia to say, I booked the wrong thing. It's the morning of. We haven't checked in yet. Can I trade? Can I change my reservation from this Marriott to that Marriott 3 miles away? And I get a guy on the phone, and I'm saying, okay, I booked the wrong one, blah, blah, blah. So it says, because I added the insurance onto Expedia, I could cancel. So he's like, great, cool. Please do it. I don't want to be in that one. I want to be in this one. He goes on hold for like 2-3 minutes. And I'm outside. And meanwhile, I'm outside with my coffee outside this convention thing.
Yeah, and you have it's like a little patio, yeah.
And I'm trying to get my computer up, and I can't get any fucking Wi-Fi on. I'm waiting for it to load and roll, which would have made my life a lot easier because I could have seen all the information and all the stuff and done booking. So he gets back on the horn, and he says, okay, good news, I've been able to cancel your Expedia booking on one, I've canceled it, you're good, you canceled it. I'm like, great, what about the other hotel? And I said, well, no, I don't do that. And I was like, so wait a minute, so you're telling me that you've canceled the hotel that we're booked in before booking me in the hotel we need to go to? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, you moron. And people hear me like starting to scream outside. I'm like, you moron. It's like, I am now in this city without a hotel. You literally, and I was like, Jesus. Because now I'm in a panic. Now I realize I have to book a hotel in Washington, D.C. where we don't have a place to stay that night. And it's terrifying me also because when I first started looking for the hotels that were available, the first hotel that came up was $22,000 a night. So, like every penny I've made adjuncting in my best semester as an adjunct professor would be one night in this hotel. And on these other hotels were like $800, $900. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm panicking like mad, and I know this Expedia moron can't help me. So I'm like, and I'm not even thinking clearly. And he's like, should I refund the thing? I was like, fucking wait a minute, because I wanted you to keep the reservation I had before canceling it. Yeah. So now I'm like totally freaking out. I get on the horn with the customer service at the other Marriott, and they're saying, oh yeah, sure, we have rooms. What do you need, a room for 2 nights? Fine, no problem. It's nearly double what it would have cost through Expedia, right? Or what it did cost through Expedia. I booked it. And so it's like, but at that point, I'm just like, okay, fine, great. It's the location that I want. It's not exorbitant. It's not like $400 a night or anything like that. And it's fine. We have a hotel for the night, and it's the one I wanted in the first place, and it's local and it's good. But now, I wasn't sure if they actually canceled the hotel reservation.
It was a great choice because the other one was like, it was near a park. It was nothing near there.
The one that we would have gone to, I mean, we could have Ubered, but it was literally, all it was near was not Arlington, but it was some big arboretum. Yeah. If you wanted to just go to the arboretum, the other hotel was great. But if you wanted to go to all the friggin' Smithsonian galleries.
We walk downtown, we were like 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks
Yeah.
from the White House.
Yeah. No, the hotel, I mean, it turned out to be a very nice hotel. We were very happy with it. It would have been a lot happier if the costs were $180 a night and not, you know, $250, $260, whatever the fuck it was. But now I'm still dealing with Expedia to refund the money because they had to get clearance from the hotel that we never checked in.
You could just stop payment. Just stop payment on your credit card.
I think
Dispute it. Yeah.
So I think I will. Yeah, that's actually. I think I'll do that today.
I watched that because I watch on my reels. It's this woman. I don't like Hermes. I would never buy. I can't buy expensive things.
Oh.
But they buy a fake one and they're like, they just stop payment. I mean, you're fine.
No, I'm fine. And you know, it's not thousands of dollars either, not even close. But still, it was such an angering, scary way to start a vacation. Now, it wasn't a vacation for you; it was working vacation. You weren't even feeling well, so that was on top of everything else. Yeah. So it was just what a way to start a getaway. But at the same, and it was going to be like 90 degrees that day. It was an insane heat wave.
Yeah, that's made everyone crazy.
I mean, in the morning it wasn't so horrible yet, but it was getting progressively. But after that, everything in D.C. was pretty delightful. It was actually a pretty delightful trip.
You have all this stuff, your pictures on your phone.
Yeah, so maybe I maybe start by rolling backwards. I'm going to share my screen to just show, and I'm going to need probably my glasses for this, but I'm going to share. Hello. Ooh, I burped. Share. Now, you can see my Zoom workplace. Look at that. You can see that. Oh. Let me take that down, and let me get over to Where'd it go?
You know what? Just want me to get my phone?
Well, no, it's cool. I had,
No.
Yeah, I'll
get my phone.
Fine.
Okay,
I'm not losing my shit. I'm fine.
You are. You're losing.
No, I had the Google thing all set up and ready.
I'll show you where it is. Lower that screen.
Hold on. No, I'm not on share. I mean, I'm back on.
But share,
I'm not showing anything.
Drop down. You don't want to share things that are not appropriate.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do it by, and this way I can actually start earlier in the, rather than roll backwards, I can roll the other way. So where were we? Oh, there's it. Yes.
You want to talk about your eating through DC? Your desserts of DC?
When we will. Oh, there's a picture. There's actually a picture. So I'm going to start with this one. I want to make sure I go in the right direction, not to show. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to reshare my screen, please. Yeah.
I take all those and put them in a Washington D.C. folder on my phone.
Well, not right now, but here. So the first picture is we went to the National. I think it's from the National Gallery, not the National Portrait Gallery, but we did go.
Yeah, they were painting.
To the Smithsonian.
They were painting, like copies of portraits. I couldn't believe that. And I asked them if I could take pictures, and they said yes. I didn't just take them.
Yeah. So this woman is obviously painting a painting of a painting.
Yes.
And as my wife said, there are several people doing that at either the National Gallery or the National Portrait.
If they're plagiarizing, they wouldn't encourage it.
Yeah, I mean, if she tries to sell this as an original, we're going to be watching a forger at work.
I know.
So if you ever buy a painting from this woman, it's like $8 million, but it's
got out the screen, so I think she's the big forger. She's like, I'll get out of your way. I'm like, oh.
It's amazing the talent people have.
Yeah.
If you think about it. So I'm going to go this way, right? Okay, here's another woman. She's painting that painting, or one of those, yeah, right there. And this was again.
There's a delay. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
At the Smithsonian. So this would have been, since I'm starting here, I'm guessing this was on last Thursday.
That was day 2.
So it went Friday. Last Friday we went.
Day 2.
Yeah.
And 1 week. Wait. Let me think.
Well, wait. Actually, no. We did go to the museums on your.
Yeah. That's day 1. You're right.
And then my wife took a picture of this because she liked it. It's Peter McCallan's slate, pipe, tobacco, and box of matches.
Well, look what's in there. For school, it's the same thing as our school.
Oh.
Yes, keep going.
Now I'm realizing. Sorry. Okay. And then this is rather impressive, further because it's this giant kind of bronze golden wall of the Buffalo Soldiers and and black soldiers and and here's another one. She stepped out of the frame, but she was painting also at the Smithsonian. I'm not sure which painting she was doing because it looks nothing like anything on the wall right there.
It's the one you can't see, the tiny one, the second one from the two frames, the tiny frames is the bottom.
Yeah, but look at the color of it.
Well, because she said she's painting it without the tarnish.
Oh,
she stepped out because I think she's going to sell it on the Etsy.
I like hers better than that one. That's like a little
bigger,
grim, dingy thing. Yeah, that's all right. Let's see this one. Oh, this is me. So let's talk about desserts.
Which one? You had several.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Right?
So, if there's one thing I will remember about Washington, D.C., it's not any particular painting.
Look at you. You look so happy. You look so happy in that shot. That's the first dessert.
Yeah, so it won't be the Chinatown Gate. It won't be. We were at one of the museums, and museum cafes tend to have very good food. So, I think I had breakfast so I just wanted a dessert for lunch.
Yeah.
And they had
a pizza. It was like a mushroom pizza.
Oh, it was good. It was good. And then they had a yuzu infused cheesecake.
Oh, so
hello. So it was infused with like mandarin orange
yuzu is a complex flavor of mandarin orange,
grapefruit,
and lemon. It tastes like pan citrus. It's delicious.
And so I ordered, so you know what, I'm going to have it. $9, I'm going to try it, because that's what desserts are now. And it was yummy.
Look how happy you look. You look so happy.
Folks at home, do you have a wife who takes pictures of you eating and enjoying food?
Yeah.
Because it was really, really good.
Well, you see you dropped the piece of cake on the table. Tell them,
and I ended up eating that cake, yes. You can see right there.
And the neighbors, that was kind of embarrassing. Pardon me, sir.
So that was a very, very nice day. We had, spaziering around the museum. And then you had been talking to me about this painting months ago.
I thought it was like the birds of the revolution or apocalypse or some kind of, that's not the name of it.
No, it's just somebody spilling ink on a piece of it.
No,
it's called Elegy. I forget what the actual full name of it.
Beautiful. I always think it's like something of the spoils of war or something, but I love it.
Yeah, there's something. There's a sad thing. You can see where it is in relation to the museum.
Look at the size of the individual. That's a docent. That's a couple.
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
And this is the one annoyance that I had. I talked about this last time. I talked about it when we got on the air for 15 minutes last week. Was you can see I look like an Orthodox Jew because I've got things hanging from me. I'm black, and what it is they allow you to keep your bag in the museum as you go around the museum. You're allowed to keep a knapsack. But and so instead of locking it up and having to deal with lockers and find your locker later, you can keep your knapsack, but you've got to have it on the front of your body like a papoose. You can't have it on your back because it might swing and hit things. So presumably, it's on the front of your body. You're more apt to aware of it.
See it.
Yeah, and I was aware of my shoulder hurting for the next 2 days because I've got this backpack. It should call a front pack. But anyway, that's me carrying my knapsack in the way that a knapsack should not be carried. But it allowed me to just hold on to it. It was also really heavy that day because I had my computer with me.
No, I was carrying your computer.
Oh, you were carrying my computer. That's right. Yeah. So there I am. That is a real close-up of my pubic hair.
I can't see the next one.
You'll see it.
Oh, and that's tires. That's why I liked it. It's some kind of textural. It looked really nice.
That is completely made out of rubber tires, like bicycle tires.
Yeah, I think so, right?
By a particular artist.
Yeah.
And then this. And then this.
I can't see it yet.
This was one of the great highlights of my life, let alone of this trip. Wow, we're at a 10-second delay. Here, I'm so small on the thing, but it can't really. When we come back to stop share, you can see that is the big blue rooster.
What's his name? Hayden?
Something. Hancock.
Yeah.
Hancock. That is on the roof
And we had to go through 2 buildings to find him.
Yes.
And that other group was trying to beat us out with that woman and the kids. They're like, "We're going to find the rooster." And I was like, you may have strength, but I got the brains.
She found it.
I asked a guard. I said, "How do we find the rooster?"
Because we passed it earlier, like in the car. I was like,
yes.
"Big blue rooster chicken thing."
Yes.
And she actually got me to stand next to it and crow. And
what did you call it on your ad? The blue chicken group? The blue.
Oh! I made a joke when I posted this photo on Facebook this past week, and I said, yes, please note that I am auditioning for Blue Hen Group. To which our great friend Art Paul Schlosser said, "Break a leg." So thank you, Art Paul. So and I think I have 2 pictures of me with my great big cock right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's beautiful.
Look at the sky also.
I know. Somehow, like, my phone is not the best camera. It's not an iPhone, but the pictures are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So, again, this is all on our first day in Washington, D.C. last week. I don't know. That's just me. I know what we're trying to get. I know. I'm going to try and make this bigger without losing the thing.
I don't see it yet.
So this is me in close-up. But what we're trying to get surreptitiously, I can't make it bigger, is the building over here has 2 pictures.
Just do Control Plus or the Mac Plus.
Yeah, it's not working.
No.
It's not doing it on the Zoom share.
Okay.
So that's a giant picture of Donald Trump over there, a giant poster. And who was it? Was it Obama or who was the other?
I don't remember. We'll have to look carefully. I don't know.
It wasn't RFK.
Was it Musk? I don't know.
No.
We'll have to look carefully, honey.
Because remember, it is Washington, D.C., and we do have this administration.
Yeah,
So it's just so weird seeing Trump's picture on things. You took another one right there. So, God, I have a messed up nose. All right, here we go.
You were scrunched.
And then, this is pretty. Is this Magritte?
I can't see.
I can't see either, and I can't make it
again.
bigger. Oh, maybe I can make it bigger. Hold on.
I see you. Oh, that's surrealism.
It is Magritte. Yeah.
But I like the surrealism of a window within a window within a window, and it's challenging the perception of reality.
It is literally called The Human Condition, which is, I guess it is. So, actually, I guess I can go back. Let me do the Trump one. Here's the magnifier. America first.
It'll take a while. I can't see it yet.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
And it's Teddy Roosevelt.
We don't see it yet, Bumpy.
So I'm not sure what that has
now
to do
we
with
see it. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, who's the other one?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Maybe
Theodore. Yeah.
Maybe it's their anniversary? Or maybe is that the Theodore Roosevelt Library? You went to the library in Buffalo. Is that a presidential library?
Oh, maybe. See, there's things about Teddy Roosevelt. Anytime he went anywhere, they turn like his second swearing in. That's the building I went to in Buffalo, New York. Do you want water? Oh, you're good. Okay. So we're still in. Obviously, this one. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know who did that one, but
I don't see it.
You'll see it.
Is that you in the hallway you like, or no? That's the second day.
I don't know. Do you remember what artist?
It was called Our Suburban Home. That's why I took the picture of it for the.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
That reason.
And then of course there's a Kandinsky, which
we don't see it yet, David.
Oh yeah, I know. They see it, I think, or maybe not. Well,
no, I'm on Zoom. I'm on
you're
Facebook.
Like you're at the home thing watching this 10 seconds after I'm doing everything. So this is a Kandinsky, and then you like this one. This I don't. Oh, it was a Sarah or a Susan something on
Alma.
Alma.
You have the magnet. Show them.
Is it in here?
Yeah, it's a magnet, honey.
All right, because it went to a magnet school.
I can get it if you like.
I think I have it. Well, this is another piece by Alma Thomas.
That's the same. So she did all of them. You see the similarity, right?
Yeah.
You'll have to hold it up later. It's hard to see, Buffy.
Oh, yeah, I will. But yeah, this artist, just nice use of color and stuff. And then, you even took a thing of her bio or her.
Oh, good, okay. Because I wanted to remember the name.
Yeah, Alma Thomas, Pansies in Washington, which they generally try and stay in the closet. But here we go. And then this, which, oh boy.
I don't see it yet.
You will. Oh boy!
Oh, geez.
My cousins! He's, of course, reacting to sweet potato down there. Puerto Rican sweet potato with... This was obviously painted a lot more recently than some of the other art.
I think the Puerto Rican sweet potatoes are supposed to be the bombs.
Oh!
Because look what it says in Spanish. Don't read it.
Puerto Rican super.
No, it says cuño.
Coño. But that's not coño. That's cuño is like, yeah. I can't. If I can say fuck, I can say coño in Spanish. But I thought it was coño was the word, not cuño.
Because it's a raccoon. See.
You know what? I have no brain for these things. I'm so literal.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But your art was exhibited in museums, so that's good.
It wasn't the. I look good here. I think I look like a DEA officer. This is me with that's an Alexander Calder mobile.
Oh yes. Wow.
And other things. But I look like it because I've got like my arms crossed over my knapsack. I'm angry and uncomfortable. And he took another one of these. I look good there. I honestly look pretty good there, yeah.
I love the backdrop and the way it lights you up. It's beautiful.
Nice. And then, I forget who that is. I always like these kinds of, I still can't see.
I'll show you once I see it.
It's not Duchamp.
Oh, that's Picasso. It's fragmentism.
That is and actual Picasso.
So what happened was...
Yeah.
Picasso,
Oh, no.
No?
Oh, no, I messed up. I hit, I'll do this one then. I hit the wrong button going backward. So instead, I'll go right to this.
Oh, jeez.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
Tell them where it is now.
Well, it's erased by now. But this was at the end of going to one of the museums.
Maybe they save the images and they'll do some kind of exhibit where they show them.
Oh, I hope. It's a wonderful idea. For adults and children, they have a digital computer screen. And you can use their, like Photoshop or whatever, art shop, and draw your art. So I drew the potato and signed it potato. And trying to sign my name. My name didn't really come out that well. And my wife did the heart. So that's a pretty good heart. But look at that. This, Kandinsky has a lot of lines and squiggles. You know, that elegy thing, the circular thing with all the colors. Fine, non-representational. But this, my friends, this should be with the Van Gogh we saw, and I'm becoming a Monet fan. I was much more into Renoir when I was much younger. I love Dali, and I respect Picasso and all that. But something about Monet, and not just the stupid water lilies, but Monet was pretty damn great, and Manet also. Kind of getting into the Anet and Onet folks. However, this is probably greater than Monet and Manet put together. This is Pote. I'm so proud. And I'm so glad that I got a picture of it, because anybody can then come up after it and erase and make their own picture.
But David, I wonder if they save it and then they put them, because they might use it as digital art.
I sure hope.
Remember we saw one that didn't work, but you take videos of yourself and you could post it. It was like, but that didn't work. So, and they saved the people who made videos of themselves. So I have a feeling it's going to be saved. I have a feeling.
Now, one of the other I did go to another museum on my own while you were at the conference. I was just trying to head back to the hotel, and I was like, "Oh."
Did you get pictures on your phone from that? Do you have phone?
One or two I have up here. This was an exhibit that they did at a Jewish museum.
I blew that up. That was the sticker they gave as entrance, right?
Yeah, not the Holocaust Museum. That's different. But there's a museum of like modern Jewish history in Washington D.C. And one of their exhibits was about it's called the Capitol Jewish Museum. Yeah, there it is, actually. So it was pretty good. And we're not talking about a major maximalist museum, but worth the $10 it was to get in, because they did a very nice job. They tell the story of the Blacklist. I had forgotten. I remember it because I talk about it.
Yeah.
That director Elia Kazan named names. I remembered that. And took shit for it, to the point where many, many years later at the Oscars, people refused to applaud his honorary Oscar. Wow. And I think some people even booed because he named names. I didn't realize Jerry Robbins did too.
Ooh.
Jerome Robbins, the legendary...
Why wasn't it not a movie that was hidden?
I don't know. And Robbins, of course, was hidden. They tell this story also. Kazan did it because he felt he was an American and he hated communists and he was scared of communists and didn't want to, he wanted to support America. Robbins did it because he was gay and they could have outed him and ruined his career.
Blackmailed.
Yeah, blacklisted, blackmailed. Wow. So, yeah. But I'd forgotten that part. But there's also another whole floor with photographs of just prominent Jews, which was kind of fun. In all different disciplines, in medicine, in law, and this and that, including, it's amazing, it's so cool. They had like this young girl, big picture of her, and the caption was, she's here because, she singled out strong women in her bat mitzvah speech.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that cool? I was like, okay. Yeah, strong Jewish women. She was like out for them. So it was kind of nice. They also had a picture of a guy who was the man in Washington, D.C., who supplied party novelties, fake mustaches, and whoopee cushions for 50 years. He had the shop where you can get that stuff. Very happy about that. So that's really cool. And then of course, back to food. Because I didn't actually eat here, but oh boy, I wanted to.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, and not only you, but every person who walked by there pulled out their phone and took a photo.
Yes.
So that's good marketing for them.
It's the Big Wong, and this will go with the photo that I have from many, many years ago in New York Chinatown when it was the My Dick barbershop. And I'm just standing there very proud. I'm like, hey, I'm showing you my dick. And now I'm showing you my Big Wong. So the more things change, the more they stay the same, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous. We actually took 3 pictures of that. And we did pass by. We didn't go in for the tour, because I've done it before. But this is, of course, where Abraham Lincoln, you want to talk about bad headaches. He had one. And lots of school children crowding to get in, and it was good to see Ford Theater again.
3 blocks from the hotel, it was easy to walk to. It was great, great.
And there's the Washington Monument in the background. What museum was this? I'm kind of rolling backwards again now, but we tried to get a shot of me picking this guy's nose. Didn't really work out.
We went in the Smithsonian of Natural History, but we couldn't stay because the volume was too loud. Remember?
Yeah, it's just because if you go into a natural history museum,
it was beautiful. But it was
children, just the sound of children, hundreds of them,
thousands.
Not all of them screaming, but just the pitch of their. Yes. I was like, we're leaving. No. At one point, we will go back to the Museum of Natural History because it's one of the most stunning. And we didn't get to the one that had all the American history of like Archie Bunker's chair.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to do that at some point. But we did see this in the courtyard of the Natural History Museum. I ended up eating him at a sushi place a little bit later on.
Oh.
And then, of course, very potato-oriented trip. Beautiful, beautiful thing at local cafe in restaurant. Yeah. Yeah. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful thing right there. Let's see if there's any more photos. Oh. This is one of the most beautiful rooms I've ever been in anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know.
This is the whole way to, I forget what, it was still one of the, maybe the portrait gallery.
The portrait gallery was day 2. It was the day 2 museum. Wow.
I mean, just, it's even more staggering in person, just how gorgeous.
There's another photo of it, too.
Yeah. I mean, just incredible. Yeah.
Let me see the other one.
Oh, well, and now we go to this was the portrait gallery, had it been, because these are the Oscars for, that's Katharine Hepburn up there.
Oh, yeah, with the one with your head chopped off.
And those are actual live. Interesting how that one's all sort of old and tarnished, and those look a little more natural. And then public art, a little bit of that. I couldn't think of what to do in terms of mimicking the sculpture, so I just sort of stood there. Oh, and then, okay, yes.
What?
Now we're back to dessert. Ladies, on the second day of our trip, my wife, because me, I've told this story before. I want to eat at new places. If I'm in a new city, I want to try different things. I want to go I want to go to some weird ethnic restaurant. But my wife is like, no, I like this and I like this. And we see a Pan Quotidian, which is one of her favorite places on earth. So I'm like, okay, let's go to Pan Quotidian because it is high quality food.
It's organic.
It's
good.
I remember the last time we ate at Pan Quotidian, I had their breakfast thing, which was pancakes with a little bit of fruit.
Yeah.
And for like $17, there's like 4 little puff pancakes and a couple of blueberries on it. I'm like, so I was like, okay, let's go Pan Quotidian. We go. She gets her usual avocado toast. And she, just try it. So I'm like, it's avocado toast. I try it. It's like, it is friggin' out of this world.
Yes.
It's like just the best avocado toast I've ever tasted anywhere by anyone. And I order a dessert because I'm not going to order a food thing. I know well enough.
You looked at the dessert case to see what you would like. Yeah.
And then I see this thing that looks like a tit. Like a gelatinous cancerous tit with a nipple on it. I'm like, I'm going to try that. Whatever. I thought it would be fruit. It's not. That coating on there, which looks like a gelatin.
It's a ganache, probably.
It's chocolate syrup.
Oh, you're drooling.
Cut is not the operative term because it just goes
You didn't mean
like mush.
A baby with no teeth could have eaten
Baby,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
A baby with no mouth could have eaten
I
this.
mean, it was really smooth as
If I tell you, this was so fabulous. It was like a chocolate mousse. It was one of the yummiest things I've ever tasted, anywhere. So, yay for Pan Quotidian. It was so good, we went back the next day. She had her avocado toast again. I had another thing from there, and I have the picture on here somewhere. Well, this is the area that our hotel was in. That's the Chinatown. And then I had this. This was not as good as but damn, it was fine. It's just basically a donut that, if you've ever had a cream-filled donut from Dunkin' Donuts, take like the best whipped cream ever, and don't just do a layer.
Vanilla in it too.
Yeah. Oh
delicious.
yeah.
You like vanilla?
And they just went like, let's fill it with cream, not to here. What to here? Is very good.
And you had it without coffee. I don't know why. Dessert to me always goes with coffee.
It usually does. Because usually I have coffee. I've already had my coffee for the day. I don't necessarily want always another one. But yeah. I don't know why I look mad there, but I was very, very happy to be getting.
You look very
there we go.
Happy. You look kind of.
I'm like
nostalgic,
I am. Well, also what happened was I noticed when I ordered it that they did have one more of those mousses in there.
Oh.
I ordered the mousse again. But anywho.
You never have the same thing twice. What are you talking about?
So I'm going to stop. That's pretty much all the phone. Sorry to make you sit through my slideshow, but was there anything on my phone? Because that was all from your telephone.
I was watching your shot.
Yeah.
I can't speak English. I was watching your show.
I probably took one or two things at the Jewish Museum. Any interesting pictures on there worth sharing?
You took a picture of Arnicare.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I took that yesterday.
Yes. Oh, look, it's nice. Yeah, you have a laugh. One says if it's Jewish, we have it. Here's
yeah. Oh, I got to put that up somewhere.
Yeah.
So here is, I
can't see it, so I'm going to have to look on it. Okay.
I passed by a major synagogue. I think it's called the 6th Street Synagogue.
I think it was the oldest.
Rhode Island has the oldest, but it might be the oldest in Washington, D.C., yeah. And it was Friday night. I was walking around on a Friday evening. I think, why don't I just go in and see it? Because it's Shabbos, they'll be having prayers. But they had like guards outside. There's an event. I'm like, what kind of fucking event? It's Shabbos. But I just went off on that. But it was nice to see. That's a nice looking synagogue right there. This was from the museum. If it's Jewish, we have it. What? Guilt, nerves, a small dick? What do you have? And then, they had a picture at the Capitol Jewish Museum of these 3 sisters who ran a store back in the day, like 50s, 1950s, 60s. And to bring attention to the store, they dressed up, I guess, on Purim or something.
No, as what? As
You
what?
can kind of see it right here.
What are they dressed? Oh, no.
They're actually dressed as Torah scrolls. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Tried to get my selfie in there, but yeah, I actually did. But the shot itself is worth everything. And then it's just that's our yard. So that's the whole. And then coming back from our vacation, one of the nicest things ever that reminds me how nice it is to live where we do in Maryland. You're actually going to see in our backyard 7 deer at one shot.
Oh, you got them all. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I got them all. I shot them all, and we're eating them slowly.
Remember when we had the one who was like waiting there, and he was left? We had a few deer, and then eventually, like 20 minutes later, everybody else came, but he kind of got lost from the herd. Yeah.
So it's been good. It's been really, really. What was your favorite part of the trip?
I think feeling better. Like I felt really, really ill. Like I felt very bad, and then when I left and I walked to the hotel, it was 90 degrees. I felt even worse because I was wearing a sweater. It was hot. As soon as I rested and I thought like I'm going to be sick the whole trip. I thought I'm not going to be able to get out of bed. But as soon as I rested and had the AC and drank water and like got up again, I was like, whoa. And then I felt like
we hit the museum.
I got my sea legs, but I was so afraid that because of my me not feeling well, that I would have been like just sleeping the whole time.
No, after you felt better, and then we hit the ground running. We had a wonderful time.
I was just really worried that I wouldn't be able to recover, but I napped, and once I woke up and I felt better, I was like, okay, thank God, because I thought, I didn't know. I really did not feel good. Like I've been struggling, but that was a bad day, and I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. And I even thought, like, how am I going to go home if I don't feel good? Like, I wouldn't be able to I would have done Esther in Atlantic City, you know.
Well, you want to tell that story? You can't mention a story like that.
Just no, it's not a good thing. So,
ultimately.
But the joke is, I have a friend who's like, oh, I go to DC once a week to consult. So people do this weekly. We could go once a week.
Yes, I mean DC is an hour and a half drive.
Or on the Amtrak, someone told me you can get fares as low as $7.
I did. Yeah, if you go at 6 in the morning.
But also if you book way ahead. Amtrak is like Uber, pre-Uber. The further out you book, the cheaper it is. Yeah. And they do it one day. They go in the morning, they do their work, and come home.
If I could park at like the Amtrak, well, I won't park at the Amtrak station. I would have to. We have to take an Uber to.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, and then just take the Amtrak, and then figure out. I guess the Amtrak station is probably pretty close to downtown.
It's
so
Union Station.
Yeah. So that might be absolutely worth doing.
Sorry.
Definitely going to do that. So.
Just for the moose cake.
Yeah, because unfortunately, no. I think. Didn't we see that there was a pan quotidian in Baltimore, or there's none? The closest is Virginia, or
I'm gonna see.
Or DC.
I'll look. I know there's one in the Philly. Used to be in the Philly train station because I used to go there all the time. They knew me. They're like, "Your order's ready, ma'am."
But I don't know if the food at the other pan quotidians is up to this level.
Le Pan Quotidien. And look, at the closest one it gives me is DC.
Yeah.
There's DC, 44 miles. Bethesda, let's see.
Well, Bethesda should be closer, but maybe
40
not.
40 miles, yeah. Maybe they have, let's see.
Yeah, because Bethesda is a little north of DC.
London, let's see. Okay.
London?
Map view. Oh, no, United Kingdom, we don't want that. We're not in United Kingdom.
The moose was really, really good, but to fly to London...
No, I think we're in the UK. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Other language, okay.
By the way, you're watching Dave's Gone By with me, Dave Lefkowitz.
It's in Europe. It's everywhere, North and South America. Okay.
So no, they can't build one in Maryland?
I don't know.
Well, they do have one in Bethesda, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And several in New York, yeah.
Let's see if they have pictures for you. See if I could find it. Oh, this is the avocado toast. You could show them.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying, so what's the big freaking deal? It's you make toast and you put avocado on it. No, it's the way they make the avocado. They just do something that really makes it like...
Let me find... I think it's probably one of their...
And I think they also puree it. They don't just mash it, they puree it.
Your phone just tilted when you handed it to me, so I don't know how to...
Oh, could you take the auto tilt off? I hate that.
I know, but when you did it, did it. Okay. But yeah. Or chicken. Oh, they have one with chicken and mozzarella. You could have had that.
I could, yeah.
That would have been good too.
Oh, I'm sure everything there is good.
Look at this. They have the thing with soldiers. They have an egg with the bread that you dip in the egg.
Oh,
it's
all right.
Something in soldiers.
I'll stick with desserts.
I'm looking for the desserts to show.
I'll stick with tarts and mousses.
I'm looking, and they have growlocks. You would like that. Breakfast bowl.
Tarts covered with mousse, which you have to pay extra for. It's like...
I'm looking for the. Let's see. Is it a tartine lunch combo? It's a breakfast. It doesn't have. I can't get it won't let me get
the menu or the photos?
It won't let me get the desserts,
It's all right.
Okay.
Imagine wonderful, delicious tartlet desserts. Little mini pies, little tart, and that's what they have.
This is not just bread, yeah, of course.
It's certainly not. Certainly not. Although the bread is obviously really good because that's part of what makes their avocado toast so toast-terrific.
I'm surprised they don't. A tartine is a bread. Okay.
Well, tartine is a number after 12 and before fartine.
They don't have the dessert shown, and I would think that would.
Yeah, they would celebrate that. They were really. I don't know.
Okay.
So, you're watching Dave's Gone By. We have more to do, by the way, on this episode. I've mentioned that we have our guest Lynnea Benson, the artistic director of Frog and Peach Theater Company, coming on to talk about the show they're doing called Three Women, that is playing as we speak and will play until early May. So Rabbi Sol Solomon will be interviewing her. Plus, we will have on this episode of the show, of course, Greeley Times, ladies and gentlemen, and our Colorado Limerick of the Damned. And just like last week, we had a very, very traumatizing, scary story time for Potatoes, because it was all about Potato who wanted a pair of pants and couldn't get them because all the Potato pants were gone, and it was just this really, really, it left the potatoes that we have in the house in a very PTSD condition, very triggered. So this week on StoryTime, a more gentle tale that I think you and Potato will love. The Pet Potato. Wait. Oh, God. Written by Josh Lacey.
This one is beautiful.
My wife is holding up...
this one.
She's showing the...
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Art Paul Schlosser, by the way, I mentioned him before. He painted that portrait of me a couple of weeks ago. He is finishing up his painting a day for a year. He's almost out. He's like painting 360 now. So he's been showing those and doing those. So anyway, that's what we have on this episode of the Dave's Gone By, Facebookio, Podcastio, Programmio of the Stream. So, hon, are you ready for some criminality?
Oh, hold on. I don't know. I don't think...
Because we do want to get the show on the road so that we can get out and do some yard sailing.
Oh. I don't know what happened to my stuff.
Which are you looking for?
My bell.
Oh, it's not this one, is it? Oh,
Yes.
oh no, there's your bell. I'm sorry. I took your bell. I got my own bell. Bell, mine stay till a bell. The phone is ringing off the hook because what happens is people call the Greeley and Weld County Police Department to complain about something weird.
The painting phones.
Oh, please, yes. Okay, well, I'll do this carefully. Okay. Oh, so appropriate for the National Gallery that we're talking about. So, here we go. Our first call comes to us from a woman with a pearl earring. Go figure.
Wow.
Hello. Oh, God. She's got this high-pitched voice. I'll do it in my other ear. Hello. Oh! Make some noise. Because we have a chicken alert. And this means that the story from the Greeley Tribune, because the Greeley Tribune collects all these things from the police blotter and takes the funniest ones and puts them in a column called Cop Log every week. So this is a near chicken alert. And so appropriate to what we were talking about just before. A caller reported hearing goats the previous night, and then hearing roosters in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Yeah, Greeley is not particularly rural, but it's more rural than, the rural juror anyway. And here's this. 2 days later, this is an unrelated thing, 2 days later, another caller wanted to know if people are allowed to have roosters within city limits. I mean, there are Kenny Rogers roosters everywhere, but anywho. That was our... does a rooster alert count as a chicken alert?
Yeah, of course.
It's a chicken alert, my friends. Oh, boy. Phone is ringing. What is this one?
I think it's Napoleon.
Oh, okay. He's a Bonaparte from... You're right. I can see it. He's a Bonaparte from other people. So, Napoleon called. Oh, he's always short-tempered. A caller reported that someone doing work on their roof told them it looked like a guy had been living up there.
Aww.
The worker found someone's belongings. Free rent, open air.
Santa.
Oh.
Santa.
Yeah.
He has to live somewhere.
You know what? He didn't have a whole contract to live there, but he had a clause. Get it? Get it? Get it? Okay. A caller. I'll do the magnifier phone. Wait.
Be careful, don't
It's like a hearing aid. Okay. Better. A caller reported a dispute after a traffic crash. The other driver initially took responsibility. But then the other driver questioned the caller's citizenship status and denied fault in the crash. MAGA Greeley. Wait, you have a foreign accent and you're brown-skinned? Maybe it's your fault. Maybe let me just give ICE a call. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is a very special alert, ladies and gentlemen. This is a major.
Is it a sad one?
No.
Oh.
But it's...
Okay.
I consider this an all-time classic alert.
Oh.
This is so...
You did the chicken. That's usually chicken or pets or that kind of stuff.
This, to me, is like one that... When the history of the show is recorded and I'm dead and I'm not doing shows anymore and people go back, it's like... They'll remember this from our Greeley Time segment. All-time classic award. A caller reported being bit by a monkey. I don't know why I find that so wonderful. And by the way, I'm using that language of the Tribune and of the cop line. Not bitten. He was bit by a monkey.
That's horrible.
Well, yeah. But there's no further explanation. Not how.
It's probably a pet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's do one more, and then we got to get to some elsewhere. In fact, let me get to elsewhere, because how do you follow up an all-time classic like that?
Yeah.
Let's get to
Really can't.
some elsewheres, ladies and gentlemen. So we got 7,
You
8.
should switch your glasses. You have nicer ones here.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Let me see.
Yeah, those are good. And there's another pair right there. Oh, good. Glad I have a lot of hair. Let's see. Elsewhere.
Let me see. Oh, much better, yeah, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
snazzy. In all my life, I've never been snazzy. Hooray for the Vermont Fire Department, and this comes from United Press International, Shelburne, Vermont. They rescued a raccoon that got its head stuck in a peanut butter jar and then climbed the high branches of a tree.
Because that's what you want to do.
Yeah, and that's what your volunteer firefighters are doing with their time. Going up into a tree to get a pest that you should probably just pick off with an air rifle. The Shelburne Fire Department said on social media that firefighters were tipped off to the raccoon's predicament by the local water department. And upon the arrival, the FD located the raccoon approximately 25 feet up into the tree.
Wow.
Said the Post, quote, "It appeared to have had a little too much luck finding the peanut butter, but not quite enough luck removing the container afterwards."
Oh.
What did they do? Firefighters used they used a ladder to reach the critter, and then they grabbed a snare to pull the jar from its head.
Oh, God. Was he okay?
Restoring the raccoon's vision and, they said, to some extent, its dignity.
I don't know if that's true.
And then the Post reminded people of how important it is to dispose of trash properly, which is...
But you're recycling, probably. They tell you to take the lids off.
Yeah. Oh, do they?
Yeah, they tell you to take the lids off, because, you can recycle...
No, keep a lid on.
Oh,
that's the problem. If the lid's off, the raccoon can go,
The raccoon has little hands. He could open the jar. They're very good at that, yeah.
He's got small...
but he could hold it in his...
Like a bear could, yeah. And, I don't know, jars are mostly glass. Couldn't you just... I don't know. Anywho. Oh! This is reported by Shepherd Express all the way from France.
Ooh.
Mazel Tov Hitler. No, not that Hitler. Charles Hitler.
What?
He defeated Antoine Renaud-Zielinski in a mayoral race in the small French town of Arcis-sur-Aube. Now, before the vote, the opponent, Renaud-Zielinski, explained that his last name combines his parents' names of Polish origin. Meanwhile, Hitler says his last name probably helped him win, just because it's a name you don't forget. Wasn't there was an episode of NYPD Blue, I remember this now, where, I forget the cop's name, where he thought the funniest guy in the world was this comedian called Vic Hitler.
I don't remember.
And they go see him at a club, and he's like, but, and they're like, maybe change the name or something. Oh, we have another elsewhere. Let's go. This comes from Mississippi, as initially reported by WSB, and the Shepherd Express picked this one up. Patrick Alexander was released from a Chesterfield County detention center on $250 bond, which he paid by handing the judge $300 bills.
That's okay, right?
The judge noticed the bills were a strange color and had Chinese writing on the back of them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
A counterfeit detection pin proved that the bills were fake. And now Alexander faces forgery charges in addition to the charges for his initial crime. Gotta love the geniuses.
Wow.
What is that? It's the, what do they call it? The something awards every year that they do.
Oh, the Darwin Awards.
That's Darwin. That's wonderful. Oh, ketchup phone. Yellow. Oh. Arigato. We go to Japan for our next story. This was picked up by the New York Post as well as Shepherd Express. Japanese people seeking Zen are trying a new offering. Let me know what you think of this, hon. Coffin lying. A funeral home in Chiba Prefecture started the trend that other businesses are now emulating. Customers can lie in wooden boxes or cute coffins and have, quote, a meditation experience where you can gaze at life through being conscious of death. I think they call that an MRI.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
But you can choose open or closed casket, healing music, video projected on the ceiling, soma, or complete silence. Fans of the experience say it has a profound impact on mental health. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it does. The trauma.
Would you lie in a coffin?
No.
Would you? I'll never forget, though, the story that Screaming Jay Hawkins told Dr. Demento when he was interviewed. Screaming Jay Hawkins, one of the things that he would do as part of his big, crazy, wild man act was he would appear on stage, with voodoo things and smoke. But they push a coffin onto the stage, and then he burst out of the coffin and start singing "I Put a Spell on You" or Elderberry Wine or whatever songs he was singing. But one time, there was something like they nailed it too tightly, and they had the lid on the coffin so securely that they bring him on stage and he can't get out.
Oh my goodness!
And he's pounding because he's only going to have limited amount of oxygen.
You can't hear, right?
And he's just pounding and finally he just kicks through. And gets like punching every member of his band after the show.
Was it intentional?
No, he was terrified.
No, I mean, did they do it to?
No, I don't. No, I think they just. I don't know what they did, but somehow he just got stuck in a coffin, and he still did the coffin gig after. I don't know if I would after experience that or enduring that.
Maybe he did like a safety latch or something.
Yeah, but these people. I mean, you can request a closed coffin to lie in. I don't know if I would have the guts to do that. I don't know. Anyway, we now go from Japan to China, where we have from a Macau Post, column A. A 70-year-old woman in Macau, China, went to the hospital after being startled by a 4-foot, 4-inch robot. As she was walking along the street, the bot followed her. She turned around and shouted, "You're making my heart race. You've got plenty to do, so what's the point of messing around with this?" 2 policemen escorted the robot away. Police later discovered that the $13,000 machine was owned by a tutorial center in the neighborhood, and that the man operating it remotely said he was testing it. The woman was released from the hospital. It's just, they're going to take over. They're going to kill us all. That's AI. Bill Maher did a thing about this a week or two ago, that essentially AI is going to be World War III. It's going to destroy us at some point. We will use it until eventually it learns how to use us. And that's our happy thought for the morning on this Saturday. Another elsewhere. I'm going to get this from the, is this Miro?
I can't see it.
The Miro phone. Hello. Animal control officers were called to a Michigan home where a diaper-wearing monkey appeared on the porch and attempted to get in the house. The dispatch recording of the incident goes like this, quote, caller has a monkey wearing a diaper. Caller has a monkey wearing a diaper that's on their porch trying to get inside their house. I guess it belongs to the neighbors. Officers arrived to find Brazil. The female spider monkey had already been returned to its home next door. Authorities confirmed that the animal was healthy and well treated, but they also learned that Brazil's owner was the same woman who brought a squirrel monkey into the Bay County court in 2017. It was inside her purse when she put it through the X-ray scanner. And by the way, in case you were asking, and I'm sure you were, Michigan has no laws prohibiting monkeys as pets. So, yeah, if you want to move to Saginaw and carry a spider monkey in your knapsack, you do have to carry it in front of you. You can't carry your spider monkey in the back on a backpack. But if you hold it in front of you, you're just fine. All right, let's get back to one more regular Greeley time, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode of the David Gone By Show, and then we'll get to our interview, and we'll get to story time, and we'll have a fine program. We're already having a fine program. Here we go. A caller said she was receiving threats after declining to pay $100 for a package from Elon Musk. The caller said that she believes Elon Musk is her friend. Yeah. I've got no jokes about that, but it's so incongruous. It's kind of like if he's a close friend, maybe she figures if he's a good friend, she would send him her stuff for free.
Yeah.
I can't even. And then one more call. Here we go. Going all the way to the poo phone, ladies and gentlemen. The caller was concerned. Oh, we talked about the counterfeit thing last time with the guy with the $100 bills. She was concerned that the $5 bill they received as changed at a restaurant was counterfeit because it had a very old print date. Now, it was so old, on the bill, Abe Lincoln's beard was still just stubble. Thank you. I wrote that.
You have your drum, don't you?
Oh, I think I didn't unpack the drum. It's okay. We're finishing the segment anyway. So, but ladies and gentlemen, that was Greeley Times for this Saturday, April 25th, 2026. Where's my search thing? Here it is. On Dave's Gone By.
Mr. Horace Greeley was no fool. I'm sure that you'll agree with me that Greeley was no fool.
What he is getting at is that Mr. Greeley was no fool.
Yippee-yi!
Yippee-yi, 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 yippee-yi.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Dave's Gone By. It is our 1029th episode of the program. Still to come, Colorado Limerick of the Damned, and I will be reading for Potato, the pet potato. Oh, couldn't be more excited. And then we'll probably talk a little bit more, and then go off and do some yard stuff. But let's see, anything else? Let's do this now. Since you're here, I'm here, and then we'll get to the interview. Weird stories about suicide this week. A couple of different suicide stories. You heard, and this shocked me, shocked everybody, that you heard about Daryl Sheets.
I couldn't believe that.
From Storage Wars. Everybody loved Daryl.
But they said he also had gambling debt. There was some backstory. Or something, yet other things that they didn't talk about. So
well, there's something they initially said, and maybe they still are, that he suffered terribly from cyberbullying.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was
like somebody was taking the piss of him on social media, as if he was a 67-year-old man. Like, just don't go on Facebook, don't go on Twitter. You're not a 14-year-old girl. What's the matter with you? I mean, obviously, there are mentally ill things the matter with him, but how badly could this man have been bullied? He was a well-paid TV star. He's been off Storage Wars for a couple of years. One of the more well-liked characters, not like the yup guy that everybody hated, right? He did well. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm sure cyberbullying is a terrible thing, and it can wear you down. And if I guess you're maybe mentally ill to begin with and suffer depression to begin with, things can set you off. But he shotgunned himself.
What happened to Daryl Sheets of Storage Wars? They say apparent suicide, but they're looking into it. I don't know.
Oh, well, it'd be interesting if there was one locker that he took from one of the other participants. And like that young couple was like, finally, we'll get him back. You hold the shotgun, I'll get the ropes.
He was known as a gambler. That's where the gambling came in.
Oh, maybe he was in terrible debt. So that that was the big celebrity death of the week. Although we did lose the designer of The Godfather and a whole bunch of Francis Coppola movies. Great film set designer, and I'm so sorry I'm forgetting his name. He just passed away a couple of days ago. But then there's this other story, and I'm curious what you think about this. There's a woman, British woman, and I didn't read because I'm too lazy the whole story about this, but the headline was that she went to Sweden to commit euthanasia, to have physician-assisted suicide. Physically completely healthy. Mentally, per se, healthy. But her son had died, and she didn't want to go on living.
Wow.
And they allowed it. And they said, and she killed herself. She committed suicide, not just through a shotgun, but through physician-assisted suicide. I haven't been able to wrap my mind about whether that is the legal or the moral ramifications of that. Like, if you want to kill yourself, go ahead. If you don't hurt anybody else, go ahead. But can somebody actually help you kill yourself just because you're depressed and you want to, as opposed to you are suffering so physically, mentally, or you're in a coma? Do you have any thoughts, or do you not want to talk about this, or what are your...
For me, it's too complicated.
Yeah.
But I'd have to read. I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean, the implications of it, of like someone can assist you in suicide for whatever reason that you're given.
As somebody who's experienced profound grief, you have to assess whether it's profound grief or really, how do you really need to be critical of assessing what the intention is and if it's not just grief.
Because people it's horrible, but people get over losing their children.
I mean,
we know people.
Sometimes not. Sometimes,
I guess she not, or couldn't project to a time when she would. But even so, I don't even have any jokes about this. I just saw that and connected it with two very interesting, unexpected kinds of suicide this week. Not to bring you guys down, but anyway. However, something even scarier than this, scarier than suicide. You guys know that there are certain insects I'm terrified of: wasps, bees, hornets. Just anything stingy and hurty terrifies the hell out of me. And some others, I'm like everybody else. Cockroaches, and spiders. I don't really mind them, and if they're roaming around the house, that's okay. But if I see one in the bedroom, it's like, go kill it. But I've always liked worms. You know that I'll see a worm if it's after a rain and we're going along on the sidewalk and there's a worm wiggling about on the sidewalk. I'll pick him up and put him in the earth. Because worms do good things. They turn over the soil. They don't sting. They don't hurt anybody. They're great for plants. They're great for aeration. Love worms. Wouldn't you know that the New York Post and other places have picked up this story? Beware of the invasive Asian jumping worm. Apparently, this is a worm that is not good for anything. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's like a stingy worm, but it moves so quickly and it jumps so high and so frequently that what will happen is it'll turn over the soil too quickly, and it will deprive plants of nutrients, and it'll go through roots and upset roots and hurt. First of all, we're blaming Asians for everything now. Everything post-COVID, every SARS thing is some Chinese or Japanese person's fault. But really, are we now at the point? I remember 30 years ago there were warning of the terrible, the killer bees coming from the Amazon in Brazil. It's like, killer bees are going to kill us all. And now, 20 years later, it's like, we wish we had more bees. I don't. I'm terrified of them. But please, without bees, the whole world collapses and dies, right? But now it's like, oh no, the worms are coming. There's a new sound so deep down in the ground, and it's big as... Thank you, Tony Barello, with the worm song. Anywho, just wanted to throw those out there. Before we really get on with business, which includes our Colorado Limerick of the Damned, Storytime, Friends of the Daverhood, and right now, because you've been so patient, the artistic director of New York's Frog and Peach Theater Company that has been around for years doing Shakespeare and other works. Right now, they're doing a new musical called Three Women, and it's directed by our brand new friend of the neighborhood, Lynnea Benson, who is going to be chatting with the great, the one, the only, the Jewish Rabbi Sol Solomon. Rabbi Sol, of course, has been with us. Speaking about the history of the show, he's been with us since our very first episode 24 and a half years ago. He often does rabbinical reflections on the program, which you can listen to and watch at his website, shalomdammit.com. And also he does most of our interviews including this one with Ms. Benson of the Frog and Peach Theater Company. So we're going to open that up with QuickTime, and then I'm going to share my screen so you can see that. Share. Sunny and share. Make that bigger. Without further ado or ado, here's Rabbi Sol and Lynnea Benson. Oh, shalom, my friends. Shalom, my enemies. This is your old pal, Rabbi Sol Solomon, founder and spiritual leader of Temple Sons of Bitches in Great Neck, New York. And oh, look at that smiling person here. Let me tell you, this nice lady here, Lynnea Benson, she has not one, not two, but 3 films listed on her IMDb page. And those include I Was a Teenage Zombie, Blood Sisters, and the unforgettable Bad Girls Dormitory. Yes, it was the 1980s. But she found out there was more to life, artistic life, for Ms. Benson than just playing, hookers and victims. So, I know, because that's what I played before I became a rabbi. She was studying at the Actors Studio 30 years ago when she and her husband, Ted Zurkowski, helped co-found a theater company called the Frog and Peach Theater. She now runs it. She's still married to Ted. He's got a musical that he's written that you are directing. So we're going to talk about all that, all about your career, all, of course, about zombies and hookers, too. Please welcome to the Daverhood, Lynnea Benson. Shalom, Lynnea!
Shalom, everybody. Hi. Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, very delighted to have you in this post-Passover, pre-Shavuos program that we're doing here. So, first of all, let's get the plug in, as the proctologist would say. So, your husband's show is called 3 Women, not to be confused with Edward Albee's 3 Tall Women or Robert Altman's 3 Women. This is a very different thing. So, what is it? Where is it? Tell us about it, please. You're frozen. Hello?
No?
You're back.
Better? Back? Okay. 3 Women is a country western musical, an original country western musical. It features songs more in the vein of Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard and Tammy Wynette than the more current kind of Nashville sound. It's about a man named Billy who's a successful artist who is on the road for 50 weeks a year with his band. And when he gets back to town, he, of course, is madly in love with his wife. But he also has some other interests in Nashville. There's a lovely recent divorcee and a woman who survived some substantial abuse and got a whopping big settlement out of her husband and bought a horse farm. She's Billy's mistress. Her name is Lady. It also stars Ruby, a diner waitress, an all-night cafe waitress, who is also one of Billy's projects, as we say. And we get a peek inside of the family, and that explains some of Billy's, what my grandma would call, zipper problem.
Indeed.
With the wonderful Elizabeth Ruth Maldonado and Steve Taylor as the parents, and the wonderful Desmond Still as dad, and our own Desmond Still, who just recently played Macbeth, as his brother Jake. And I should mention the other ladies too. Gina Simone plays his wife, Bonnie. Kaylin Bueller plays his lady the horse farm.
Yeah.
And yes, she has a horse farm. Yeah. And the girl on the cafe.
I do apologize
And
to
it
the
all
viewers.
goes
We got frozen there for a moment there, but you got most of the names out. And Ted Zurkowski himself is playing the lead role. So he kind of wrote it and he's playing it, yes? Shalom. Oh boy.
That's amazing now too. This all goes down at Theater for the New City, the exciting Lower East Side arts hub at 155 First Avenue. Tickets are very affordable. It's at the Johnson Theater, and that's their biggest space, and we're really planning for a real down and dirty hootenanny.
Now, Lynnea Benson is not kidding about this. I was looking, I almost thought it was a typo. I looked at the cost of tickets for this musical with a cast of about half a dozen or more people in it, and regular ticket prices for this show are $20. If you're old like me, or you're a student or something, or you have maybe hooks on your hands, it's only $15. You're an artistic director of a theater company, you're renting, or maybe you're co-partnering on this project with Theater for the New City. How do you put on a musical and charge only $20 for tickets?
Listen, as we mentioned before, Frog and Peach is really founded on the idea that theater's for everybody, whatever the background, whatever their ethnicity, whatever their income, it doesn't matter. We're devoted to our audience, and we have a good record of bringing sort of atypical theater goers into the mix. When we were talking with Theater for the New City to move forward with this project, they agreed, and we sort of share that same commitment to the community, and we found a way to do it. And
I mean, are you mostly grant funded? I mean, where does the money come from to pay? Let's say you're getting the space for free, which I assume TNC is giving you. What about costumes? What about everything else? Lighting designer, all of that.
Since we've been around for 30 years, I'll answer the costume question first. We have quite a collection, and so we're able to draw from that. Also, we are funded, we're very grateful for funding from New York City's Department of Cultural Affairs. We also have a dedicated fan base that, bear in mind, we serve poor people, and we're always looking for a champion, but we do have an enviable list of monthly subscribers who pitch in just $3, $10 a month, and it ends up being quite a tidy sum for us, and a nice tax deduction for them too.
Oh, yeah, of course, don't forget that. Yes, I mean, I'm Jewish, I wouldn't forget taxes, but you might.
You're Jewish?
Yeah, putatively, but...
Rabbi, I thought we were friends.
Oh, please don't tell me you're part of the liberal artistic community that hates Jews now and despises Israel. This conversation will go nowhere after that.
I always wanted to be Jewish since I saw Zero Mistel in The Producers. I said, I want to do that.
I thought you were going to say Fiddler, but in The Producers, yes again.
Yes.
So what are you? Were you Catholic? What were you raised as, or were you atheistic from the get-go?
I'm an escapee from the evangelical movement in Seattle, Washington. Yes, and it's quite, it's been a distressing 10 years watching, because I don't think most people understand the charismatic or evangelical movement, but I was never crazy about it, and people ask, why would you move from such a beautiful place as Seattle to New York? And I said, because my family lives there. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So are you still, are your parents still above ground?
No.
Or, no.
No.
So, but did that schism permanently damn, like you got along-ish, you just didn't bring up religion, or what?
My mother was murdered when I was 15 by my father.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had no...
That's okay. No, that's okay. But I got a full scholarship to Barnard College, and I came here, and I never looked back.
I'm sorry not to let this drop, but it's such a fascinating... I think, did your father die in prison? I mean, what happened to him?
No. And in fact, he was never charged or anything. And everyone just assumed that he'd killed her, but nobody did anything.
Good for you for getting away from... I mean, did you completely have all cut off ties with him after that? Or did you keep in touch until
actually, he stalked me for a while. This is really silly. We don't have to talk about this. But
It's fascinating.
I'm safe now.
Yeah.
My husband's been through it, and he's been a very strong advocate for women and girls, and he has a deep understanding of what...
Yeah, no, I thought these were going to be simple questions about family and going to church a couple of times, and then whoa, cheapers.
Rabbi, you asked. You know,
I know, I thank you for answering. I didn't...
It's okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, but also, you know, yes, we're talking about theater, but when something interesting comes up, I have to go there. So
Sure.
How did you meet Ted? Just at the Actors Studio?
No, we met at a bar near Columbia University, where I was at Barnard.
Oh, Barnard,
yes.
of course. Yes.
And he said something, and I said something back, and he said something back, and we've been together ever since.
And this is 30-something years we're talking about now.
Long time.
Okay, we never divulge a couple's age for whatever reason. So when is it, since you are married to this man and you also direct his work and say there's is that a lot over all those years that you do everything together? Or
No, not at all. Sometime after, let me see, I think in terms of productions, not years. I think it was sometime after Richard II, Ted was like, you know, I really need a break and to pursue my music. And I was like, that's fine, you know. And so he did, and had some great success with the band Honey West, which he formed with Ian MacDonald. And if you don't know who Ian MacDonald is, he was a founding member of King Crimson and Foreigner. And I sort of brought them together, but, you know, it's just incidents that they got along and loved writing music together. And I went on being artistic director at Frog and Peach.
Is that your full-time gig? I mean, is that what you're able to do, all, not just at this stage of your life, but 25, 30-something years ago? Or did you supplement it with voiceover work? Or, you know, how did you get along?
I taught English as a second language. I waited on tables. I did edits of Shakespeare's plays for other groups. Excuse me. Bob, sweetheart.
How are you? Do you have a little thing there? Or is she 27 years old? Who is that?
She's 4. I have 4 cats, and one is very vocal and very jealous. Anyway, but currently I'm lead teaching artist at Frog and Peach's Arts Ed program, which goes to group homes, residential homes for people with serious mental health issues, formerly homeless folks, and their children too. It's a very rewarding part of what we do, and we serve maybe 300 people a month with visual arts classes and Shakespeare and method acting classes and film studies, and it's a real joy.
Now, speaking of children, the Frog and Peach Theater Company also has a thing that you do specifically for it's a Tinkerbell thing, right? What is that?
Yes, Tinkerbell Theater. You know, I don't know if you remember the stock market crash. Well, it wasn't the real estate implosion of 2008, 2009.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of other companies, some with much greater resources than Frog and Peach, just closed up shop. You know, they just sold off their costumes and went back to their day jobs. Frog and Peach saw a need, and we were located at the time on at a church on 86th and West End Avenue, and we thought, there are so many families suffering right now. Let's do some children's theater. Why not? So I wrote the scripts. Teddy wrote the music, and we performed 25-minute long fairy tales with music. Very funny. Very subversive, shall we say, fairy tales, not your candy-coated, not definitely with a New York.
So now I have to ask you, did you ever get any flack from parents who took their kids expecting to see Rapunzel or Beauty and the Beast or whatever, and suddenly they're getting subliminal, subversive messages to their 6-year-olds.
No. It was the subversive parts probably went over most of the kids' heads, but the adults really enjoyed it. And pretty soon it was strange. I thought, there's people in line that don't have children, and there's teenagers in line, and I don't know what they're smoking, and there's college students in line. That we had a real crossover hit. And one very smart ASM said, it's the Pee-wee's Playhouse effect. You do something that is for children, and you get all these crossovers, and we were very pleased about that.
It's the Uncle Floyd effect, too. It's sort of like, it's a children's show. It is, but it is.
Wink, wink.
It is.
Yeah.
No, that's why, and you're still doing it. You're still doing.
Yes. After the pandemic, we had a tour for Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens, all booked, indoor theaters for May to October 2020. And of course, we had to put that on hold. But after the pandemic, we started performing again, completely free, no admission, at outdoor sites, all through the most underserved neighborhoods in New York. We've got Woodsman Will and Snow White. She's a little bit strident, a little bit too woke. We've got little Rosa Riding Hood, who speaks English and Spanish, and we tell scary stories and have games and interaction. We pull audience members up to be the fairy princess that saves the day. It's a blast. It's a blast. It's more of a sort of an SNL.
Now I want to go.
It's really fun.
By the way, I also want to see Three Women, the musical. That is playing at Theater for the New City from April 16th to May 3rd. You can get your tickets at theaterforthenewcity.net. So make sure you do that, because it sounds like fun. And I'm not going to say it's unusual for you to do this country western musical, but you do a lot of Shakespeare for
That's right.
Frog and Peach. So,
That's right.
What is the attraction to you as artistic director and co-founder of Shakespeare?
When you say Shakespeare, people automatically get ideas of it's too brainy, not for me. Shakespeare isn't brainy at all, in my opinion. No, he's not. I mean, your teachers maybe told you that, but he's not. He's just as humane and decent as my favorite Rabbi Sol Solomon and my favorite performer, Zero Mostel. It's just as real and accessible as that. We have audiences as young as 10 or 11. We have audiences who are English language learners. We have audiences who never set foot in a theater before, never read a play, and they emerge sort of startled that they not only understood everything, and we don't modernize the text at all, but they also have...
do edits? You take
we
4
cut.
hours to
We
figure
cut.
out,
We do cut. If Shakespeare was writing for a time when there were no intermissions and people wanted their money's worth, so you figure a football game's an hour long technically. But then you have the instant replays, and another character relates what just happened. It's like a soap opera. It's a story you can tell in a minute. They drag it on for 2 years. So we do cut.
But you keep the language.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask Lynnea Benson, because I read somewhere, or maybe you saw an interview where you had your mind blown when you encountered Hamlet. That Hamlet was great, of course. What's your second favorite Shakespeare play?
I just finished directing a very lovely production of the Scottish play, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I loved the actors. Every single actor was just wonderful and game to try anything. And
Hold on, you're frozen for a moment.
Gifted with the language, and it was I'm trying to keep it clean, Rabbi.
I'm just saying to keep it
what do I do?
unfrozen here, yeah. But I got most of that about the Scottish play. And by the way, on this, you can use the word, it's the M word, it's Macbeth. Nothing's bad's going to... Just a little bit.
Oh, that's very funny. Oh, listen, I broke my wrist during that, just when we were leading up to that show. And the leading lady had to rip up all her floors due to a plumbing issue. And we thought, well, that must be it. That's it, right? And we were all knocking wood and not whistling backstage and being very, very careful. But we even did a show on Friday the 13th. So.
Oh, what? And did somebody actually accidentally say the name and they had to spin around 8 times and run around the theater? Or
actually, yes. When we
really?
Yes, when we were when we were doing a walkthrough at Theater for the New City, my husband said the M word, and I was like, I'm not taking any chances, baby, outside. He's like, and we made him do the whole thing.
So, one of the other things about looking up the whole history, I mean, 3+ decades of this theater company. Yes. I understand how someone who is so involved has been on Broadway and movies, but gets involved also in off-off-Broadway, like Austin Pendleton has done work with you guys.
Estelle Parsons did, yeah.
All from the Actors Studio, I get that. But you did a couple of things with Fred Willard. Where?
Yes.
How?
He was one of my favorite artists, and we had this production of, it was a reading, really, at the Players Club of Hamlet. And I said, I need a mensch, I need an everyman, I need a decent person to play Horatio. Who's more decent than Fred Willard? I don't know of anyone who's more decent. And we had Shirley Knight as Gertrude. We had
you're totally frozen. I'm
David
I'm not getting. You're back. Okay. So who else was in that Hamlet cast? Now let's get back.
Shirley Knight was Gertrude. Austin Pendleton was Claudius. We had David Margulies, a wonderful actor, as Polonius, and one of my idols. David was just a real hero to the New York theater scene. And I said, call Fred's agent, see if he's, there's a chance. And a few minutes later, I got the phone rang, and he said, Lynnea? And I said, yes, is this Fred Willard? He said, so tell me, what are your views? I was like, oh my God. I said, Horatio's a guy you can take anywhere. He's as comfortable with construction workers as he is in a palace. He's a decent, honest man. And I think he'd be perfect. And he agreed.
So when you do that was a reading, but when you do a full production of Shakespeare, you mentioned that after 30 years, you have a trunk full of costumes hidden somewhere, wherever you can keep them. And yes.
Yeah. More than a trunk full.
Where do you have a storage locker, or do you guys have a house somewhere?
We have 2 storage lockers that are about just under a mile from my house, which I have to go to later today, with costumes and prosthetics and set materials and hats, and it's a little overwhelming. I always tell the interns, you can tell the door because it's bowed out a little bit. It pooches out. This metal door sort of pooches out because so much stuff is crammed in there.
Well, no, but it's great that you don't have to rent. You don't have to sew, and you don't have to have a seamstress. I mean, you got it, which is.
No, we have to. There's new pieces are required for every show, so it gets bigger.
It makes it easier, but yeah.
It makes it a little bit less expensive, yeah.
So but you now normally when you do Shakespeare, here's the thing: you have ideas about all the characters and the themes of the play. I mean, you just did the M-word play, and you connected it thematically to what's going on in the country and so forth. But do you tend to do
It's okay.
what? Do you tend to do Shakespeare, quote unquote, straight, or do you sometimes go, Shakespeare set in a meat locker in Fort Lee, New Jersey?
I'm sure there's merit in those kind of productions. I wouldn't, but we don't understand. It's not our thing. There's plenty of merit, I'm sure, setting, Hamlet on the planet Mongo. However,
I've been in that show. Wasn't good.
However,
yeah.
we want to keep the focus on the language and the acting. There's ways to make Merchant of Venice look like guys and dolls, but that's not our thing.
If you see a Jew and he's stealing from you, you can. So let me also ask Lynnea Benson, who is the artistic director of the, I was going to call it the Three Women Theater Company. It's Frog and Peach, which, by the way, for those people who are not familiar with Beyond the Fringe and Peter Cook and Dudley Moore, do you want to explain where the name came from?
I'd be happy to. We went to a pro bono lawyer to get our articles of incorporation, our 501c3. And we were opening a show just days away. And the lawyer was like, you got to pick a name. You've got to pick a name. You've got to pick a name. And my husband was like, well, I think we go with the Shakespeariment. I was like, no. Let me see. I was reading the Times on Uptown Subway, #1 train to the theater. And there was Peter Cook's obituary, who, of course, I knew. And they mentioned the famous sketch about the restaurant with the limited menu.
Only 2 items. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, only 2 items. A young couple without much money could get a really big frog and a damn fine peach. And I thought, that just sounds sinister and funny and memorable. So I ran it past Teddy, and he was like, well, that sounds pretty good. I was like, it does sound pretty good. So that's how Frog and Peach was born.
So what are some of your, like 1 or 2 of your absolute golden, most cherished memories of being part of this theater, or directing something, or producing? So like a moment that crystallized everything that you do in a beautiful way.
There's lots. I think the most recent one was we had several students from a community college in. And their teacher, would acknowledge that they were reluctant to come see the Scottish play. And that was fine. We people come in skeptical and they leave Shakespeare fans. That's fine. There's a moment in the recent production of Macbeth where I can see some of the audience response. And everybody in this, they were all in the second row, and everybody in the second row, something happened. I can't tell you what, pretty R-rated. Everybody in the second row went, oh, hands over their chest. And I thought, yeah, I did a good job.
I mean, it's pretty R-rated. There's a stabbing. There was a Broadway Macbeth where the girl was naked. That was kind of fun.
Oh, we've had a nude Macbeth, not this last one, though.
Ah, damn it. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry I missed that old one. But let me also ask you, because we haven't really talked about what I led with, that you were you were an actress for a period in the mid-1980s.
Sure.
So you did like 3 B-movie, Roger Corman-y kind of things in quick succession. What happened why did you think something was going to build from that, or did you just go, you got into theater, or what?
It's very tough being an actress. I call myself an actor, but when you're a chick, it's difficult. A lot of people say your career's over at 24, and in some cases that's true. However, And I didn't study at the Actors Studio. I'm a lifetime member of the Actors Studio.
Got it. You have the card. It gets you 10% discount on everything, including the pool. But no.
The Actors Studio, sorry.
Yeah, you froze also. You're frozen for the moment.
And I was watching. Oh dear, is that better?
Okay, now we're back.
Am I
We're
back
back.
yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I teach acting, of course, too. I mean, that's one of my things. And I really thought that I could direct shows. Yeah, why not? I had a very good teacher in high school, and I was very lucky to study with Earl Kelly at Ballard High School in Seattle, Washington, and he didn't mind that I was from one of those evangelical churches. Lovely man. And I thought, what would Mr. Kelly would say? Yeah, direct, Lynnea. And so I started directing. I directed cabaret shows and little plays, and I directed monologue evenings, things like that. And my husband, Ted, and I started, we studied with a man named Patrick Tucker at the studio, who was like a visiting brilliant guy, first folio guy. And we thought, well, damn, why don't we start a theater company? I mean, we planned our own wedding. How hard can, running a Shakespeare company be? And Teddy at the time was in a Horton Foote thing at the Signature Theater with Maureen Stapleton. And it was wonderful. And he was talking to Horton Foote he was great friends with Horton Foote. And he had time to read off stage, and he was like, I just finished this play. This is the first play we should do. I said, what play is it? He said, King John. I said, I don't know King John that well. It was a barn burner. We did the show completely free, 16 performances, very limited, production values at this abandoned old church loft on 86th in Amsterdam. It was an incredible journey for me and made me very confident. And I would encourage everybody who thinks they might be a pretty good director, whether they're actors now or what. And I acted with the company for many years into our tenure there. I think my last role was in
we're frozen.
2003. Okay. I think my last role with Frog and Peach was a production of Macbeth, I think.
Oh no! She's saying,
But I would direct and he would star. He would direct and somebody else would star, or he would direct and I would star. So we found a way of working together that serves us well in Three Women, certainly.
Well, you mentioned learning a lot from not even someone at the Actors Studio, but this Kelly guy who was before that. What is one or two things that you would convey to someone who wanted to go into directing? Like, what is the most important component to you of being a good director?
Understanding an actor's process is very helpful in getting them to do what you want them to do. Actors don't want to look foolish, but they're willing to if you tell them what the payoff is. And the payoff is you're going to have these people eating out of your hand. The payoff is you're going to scare people to death. The payoff is, and once you understand that process and help them access, are you familiar with method acting at all?
I'm little bit. I have my own method, and it scares people, so I don't really tell them.
Mine too. But method, there's nothing about, becoming the character or going down to the docks to work as a dock worker so you'll be able to play a dock worker. That's just PR. That's not how it is. Really, what you're doing is bringing your own memories, your own sensory experiences to a role. Now, I'll never be a queen, but I know what it feels like to walk into a room and have people stand up. I've never been a murderer but I've certainly, like all human beings, have fantasized.
And you've had one in your family, so.
I've had willing. I've never committed vengeance, but I certainly understand the motives behind vengeance. Three Women certainly goes to the heart of some grievances in this country. It goes to the heart of some masculinity issues that people are finally talking about. It goes to the heart of women's roles and what we get out of relationships and what men demand out of relationships and what's fair and what isn't. It goes to family conflict, sibling rivalry, things that become an itch that we can't always scratch. And that's sort of our duty as theater people to present that in an appetizing and thought-provoking way.
Well, thought-provoking words here from Lynnea Benson. She is the director of the new it's like a bluegrass. What the music is more like country western or music? Country western.
If you love Merle Haggard, if you love
Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings,
Possum, if you love Waylon Jennings, you're going to love this show.
Oh boy, it's called Three Women, and it is playing at the Theater for the New City. That's over on First Avenue and 9th Street, starting on April 16th and running through May 3rd. And I'm going to tell you this again at theaterforthenewcity.net. Tickets are you can pay more if you want to, but you don't have to. Tickets are $20. Or if you're on Altacaca like me, only 15. My God, I mean, I still find that wonderful and amazing. So my last question for you, Lynnea Benson, is you're doing this because you're an artistic director. You have the planning down, I'm sure, for the next year or two of what you guys are going to do. So may I ask what shows are coming down the pike?
I don't want to get in trouble, but a lot depends on what happens in America. You know, our show previous to Macbeth was Taming of the Shrew, which is a delightful sort of beautiful cupcake of a show, comedy, which everybody loves. And we struggle to, audiences love comedies. Well, they should. But we had to say something about the current situation with the Scottish play. I don't know, Coriolanus, I've always wanted to do that play. Hamlet again, I'd love to do that play. Merchant of Venice, I would love to do that play again. I did it one time with Austin Pendleton, and it was an ecstatic experience.
So you're allowed to, I mean, I would figure you would have to know what you're doing in the rest of this year and 2027. But no, as soon as this play's over, then you're going to decide what you're doing next?
I have some things in mind, but again, you know, we're subject to the vagaries of funding. Oh. And there's the rent, and there's costumes, and there's PR, and there's weapons, and Macbeth was a relatively inexpensive way to go because it's very stripped down. There's not a lot of effects. You need not a lot of furniture. So I mean, it was a good choice for that too. But we'll see. We have a terrific group of people, and I think they'll be game to do. We often have leading actors return in the next show as supporting actors, and supporting actors. If you carry a spear for me in Macbeth, you might have a lead in the next show. So we're very egalitarian that way.
Well, it is then, as I said, Ed, I'm trying to do a pun on the word egalitarian. I can't, although you have an eagle eye for talent and for caring about the theater and the arts, then you're going to want to see shows by the Frog and Peach Theater Company, especially their current show, Three Women, over at Theater for the New City. Lynnea Benson, I wish you happiness, health, many, 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 many more years of theater and delicious, juicy peaches and yummy, squiggling frogs. Shalom to you. In the Daverhood, we're back live.
Sweet of you. I just want to mention, if folks want to make a donation, they can text.
You're vocally and visually frozen, Lynnea. So make a donation, find Frog and Peach on the web, Google it, and make your donations there. So, sorry, I couldn't see you or hear you or anything, but shalom to you.
That's okay. Thanks for the plug. Shalom. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lynnea Benson. Shalom also to Rabbi Sol Solomon, joining us on this Saturday, April 25th, 2026, on the 1029th episode of the Dave's Come By Facebookio Podcastio Programmio of the stream. I'm Dave Lefkowitz. My darling wife will be joining us shortly for the remainder. Oh, she's here now. Hello, darling and adorable wife. She's waving. Hello. We got the lawnmower guy. This is not next door. It's one house over.
Where is it?
Guy on a big riding mower. He was out in the backyard the other way. You hear him. I don't know if you hear him, folks at home listening.
I don't think they'll hear it on the TV.
No, he's fine. Anywho, so, just got through the interview. That was delightful. We have our Colorado Limerick of the Dam coming up as well as our friends of the Daverhood. But, as promised...
I'm surprised they're doing the lawnmower. It looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah, it's weird, yeah. And it's also Saturday. Usually they get these done 7:30 in the morning during the week.
Maybe it's the dad. It's like a dad job.
Oh, maybe.
I'm a big dad. I do big dad shirt.
So, I am, of course, holding a potato. Thank you. You're welcome, potato. Why am I holding a potato? Because it's, yes, Papito, our little baby potato that we love. Because it's time for our story time. And last week, if you were watching last week, or if you saw in our archives at davesgoneby.com or archive.org or on Spotify, you will see that we read the book cover to cover, Potato Pants.
Best book ever.
Well,
Best book ever.
That's
Best
big book.
Book ever.
That's Big Potato saying that because it had scary, frightening moments where Potato went to the store and the pants were gone.
They love pants. They love pants.
And what was an eggplant? Who was he fighting?
Eggplant went in because he could have tried to get pants on Eggplant Day, but he couldn't. And then there was like one pair of pants. And then Eggplant took them, and then the guy gave him the pants from the window.
It ended well.
Yeah.
But it was not a happy story. So Papito was a little nervous about that.
Making a more childlike story.
Yeah.
For Papito, yeah.
So this week, in honor of Potato, and for
catcher packet, give him that.
I do. Okay, yeah, just in case. Let me give him that.
He's nervous, it's like a bottle.
Here we go.
Oh, we might have the ketchup bottle somewhere too.
Oh, I'm sure somewhere in there's a red.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh man, that is the shizzle. As I'm allowed to say. Yeah, you're allowed to say shizzle.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Oh, good.
Now, notice how cute. This is why we're reading it. Look how cute. This is the Pet Potato.
Oh, it's adorable.
By Josh Lacey.
It looks like a Pepito. It's small.
Any cute? And he's
like
cute.
A
So let's see this book. I'm going to read the preface. Well, it's for Esther. I promised you a puppy, and you're still waiting. I'm sorry. Will you accept this book instead? Yeah, no, a little child would be like, puppy, book. It's like
she could put a leash on the book, drag it around.
And then the illustrator, Momoko Abe, writes, for Eunice, my wonderful agent. So obviously not a parent there. Wow. So let's see. This is. Are you ready? I wish I could lift him up somehow in a safe.
Put him in your pocket. Yeah. Put him in.
I don't have a pocket.
Put him in right here.
I'll put him by.
Oh. You can see it too.
Here we go.
Oh, I like it. I'm a papoose. Oh.
All Albert wanted was a pet, but his mom and dad always said no. They said, we're too busy for a dog. Aww. And they said, cats make mom sneeze.
Oh, here you
so
go.
She's obviously not bi. She can't go near pussy. So, so, and no dogs either. There's a no dog town. And they said that rabbits need a big garden.
Aww.
don't, but okay, whatever. And they said, of course. Yeah. But, however, it is kind of true. Of course, we can't have a giraffe.
Ugh.
Don't be silly. Yeah. Okay. And giraffes can be a pain in the neck. Albert, thank you, never gave up. There was nothing else he wanted for his Christmas or his birthday. Morning and evening, he begged his parents for a pet. Let's see if they smack him. Okay. Until one day, Dad called him over and said, I have a present for you. I see where this is going, and I wonder about it. It was a small package, and I know what it is to have a small package, wrapped up in blue paper and tied with a ribbon. By the way, this is the art that they have in the house here. So they've got a fox.
Sherlock Holmes fox.
Yeah, right.
Acacia and roses. Wow.
Yeah, that's a really interesting family. And it's a mixed family, as these things tend to be. So, maybe she looks sort of Asian. He's black or Mediterranean. So I still don't get I don't understand anything anymore. Okay. So he gives the package to the child. What's this? Albert asked. There's only one way to find out.
Is it a puppy?
Well, it's not a puppy. It's a papa. Albert opened the package, and inside he found... You tell us.
Oh, look, it looks like him.
Woo!
That's nice.
Best present ever.
Yeah.
He doesn't look happy.
Because that's a cheap present.
And because honestly,
You
look
can
at
buy
his...
5 pounds of potatoes for $3. I mean, that's like, you know.
Not to mention, if you take the hair off this kid, what does he look like?
Yeah.
So it might be a little too close to home. Potatoes. What? Wait. Oh, I skipped it. I'm sorry. Okay. You wanted a pet, Dad said. There you go.
There used to be Pet Rocks, remember that?
I do remember Pet Rock. It was just they glued eyeballs to a rock and charged like $10 for it. It's genius. That is not a pet, Albert said. He's not as stupid as he looks. Well, he wears glasses. He's a smart-looking kid. That is not a pet, he said. That is a potato. The father, being a dad, said, it's a pet potato. Yeah. Dad made jokes like that all the time. You ever wonder what kind of father I would have been? Yeah.
Do you have the little thing you click, the dad joke button?
I have the yes dear button. I don't have the
dad joke?
Oh, it's in a box over there. Albert had learned to ignore his father's jokes. He put the potato away and forgot about it. No! Now you have to understand, potatoes can't look sad or lonely. But somehow, this one did.
Oh, he looks sad and lonely.
I know he does. Is this going to get freaky? So the next day, Albert laid out his train tracks. When he finished, the potato went for a ride in one of the cars.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, except it's like the Belson. It makes them into fries at the end. It's like the Belson train to Auschwitz. A Belson train would not go to Auschwitz. I know that.
I don't understand that, but I agree. Okay.
Albert built a tower with a room at the top. From there, Potato could see for miles around. Is anybody acknowledging that Potato's expressions are changing? Albert doesn't see. I don't get it. Albert took a potato to the playground. Yay! It swung on the swing. Sorry, we're gonna reenact this. Ready, Potato? Wee! Wee! Oh, nauseous!
He took Dramamine, he's fine. He's taking Dramamine, he's fine.
Oh, God.
David.
Oh, boy. Oh, poor thing. All right. No more swinging. It rolled down the slide and went round and round and round on the merry-go-round. Mickey, this is his friend Mickey, who obviously has some physical ailment here. Mickey wanted to use Potato as a soccer ball.
Oh my God.
But Albert said no, that would not be nice. So Yeah, Albert has some problematic friends, let me tell you. Now, potatoes are not allowed in swimming pools.
Okay.
So it had to stay with Mom while Albert had his lesson. Look how cute. They put sunglasses on it.
Oh, wow.
Little hack by the pool.
That's nice. He's got a friend. I think Mom likes him.
Yeah. And when they went to the library, Albert and the potato took turns choosing.
Yeah.
How? How? Okay, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
For some reason, the potato particularly liked books about pirates.
Oh, of course. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I think Long John Silver serves only fish, so maybe that's why.
There's no spuds.
When Albert took a bath, well, the potato sat on the edge of the tub. Yeah, that's safe. He can't go in the swimming pool, but you can put him right on the edge of a bathtub. I don't think so. He does have all these really cute garments and
I know they dress him nice.
Yeah.
He's like a porch potato.
And after bath time, Potato listened to his stories. Oh, and every night, the potato slept on Albert's pillow.
Oh, the little nightcap.
And that is so freaking cute. Isn't that cute?
Adorable.
You gonna let me sleep on your pillow, Daddy? Well, that's because we have a lot of puppies and potatoes, and if I let one...
Yes.
I think I know where I'm sleeping tonight, Daddy. We'll talk about that. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Maybe I shouldn't have picked this book.
No, it might
I should have stuck with Potato Pants again.
No, maybe it has. We don't know the ending, so let's see.
Then one morning, the potato disappeared.
Whoa.
Albert searched his room, but it was nowhere to be seen. It wasn't playing with the trains or up in the tower. Might have gone for a walk or down to the store to buy some milk, but potatoes can't really do that.
No.
Can they? No, they can't. Potatoes now. All right, here we go.
We don't know. I mean, this is like...
Albert found the potato in the trash!
What?
Put it back, please, Mom said. Albert refused. You can't throw him away. This is more dramatic than the other
This is worse
one.
than the other
This
one.
is horrible.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
This is unbelievable. There's a Korean restaurant down the block making Albert into food. I'm sorry, Albert, but it's smelly and moldy. Mom said, yeah, Albert, so's your pussy, Mama. Dad doesn't throw you out. She didn't actually say that. It's going bad. I don't want that thing in my house. That thing. That thing. It's a potato, you bitch. All right, potato. Be nice. Be nice. Daddy dug a hole. Albert put his potato in the ground. Oh, for God's sakes. This is so awful. They covered him up and they said goodbye. Then they dug a grave. I'm going to go get Potato Pants again. I can't believe we're reading this.
Horrible.
Who would write this book?
And who would read this to a child? Why would you
Unbelievable.
Why would you read this to a child?
I have no idea. This is so I mean, I guess it's getting over the loss of a pet. Here, you want the book?
Not your phone.
I don't blame. Oh,
I want to see who's watching. I can't.
Is anybody want? They dug a grave and they seem like a headstone.
Oh, jeez, I don't want to see.
They might as well put Orida on it. Oh my God. Oh. And then they all felt really freaking sad. Yeah. They should have planted them like, well, you know, if you plant a potato.
Oh, yeah, but this is a problem. This is a really problematized book.
Yeah, Mom and Dad sat down with Albert for a serious talk, and probably years and years of counseling and therapy. You were so good at looking after the potato, Mom said.
Oh, I put Happy Daver Day.
Oh, thank you. We think you're ready for a real pet. Dad said, we're gonna get you a hamster. He wanted a dog! This is the most... What kind of family is it? I'm saying, So we're watching that series called, what was it, Beef? On the, never about that couple that was all together. That's them. He's going to be fucking some secretary. She's going to be out there getting facelifts in 2 years. They'll be split. There's going to be real problems with this couple. But Albert did not want a hamster, nor did he want a dog,
Whoa.
a cat, a rabbit, or even a giraffe. He wanted his own pet back, his beautiful, perfect pet. My wife is sad because she's remembering our pets. Now, I wasn't expecting it, but this is where this goes.
Is it happy?
To Albert's surprise, after a couple of weeks, he's paying homage at the grave.
Oh.
A little shoot appeared.
Oh.
That's right. The husband finally shot his wife. No, the shoot grew leaves.
Oh.
And Dad gave a pitchfork to Albert. If you have a father who denies your desire to have a great pet,
Wants to give you a hamster.
and then wants to give you a hamster, and the mother throws your beloved pet into the garbage, do you give that child a pitchfork? Do you know what a child is going to do with that pitchfork?
I know.
But every day, he started to water it, and the leaves were bigger, and Albert dug and dug until he found, look at that, that's not dog turds, a whole mess of potatoes. There were enough for everyone. Yeah.
Even the mailman.
Everybody gets a tater.
There's Tefia's on there too.
There he is. Hey, I'm on a roof. This is what they give me. Look, here's old crone of the neighborhood.
I love it.
Who else is here?
It's nice that he shares.
Nice little Arab girl. Okay, so they'll
He's
eat
sharing, and the twins.
Oh no! Come on, these guys are out of The Shining. We take your potato. Oh, there's the guy who wanted to use the potato as a freaking football or a Spanish football.
Oh my goodness.
Now what could possibly happen?
Oh, I don't know. Something bad.
Oh wait, that's the whole book. That's the end. That's the end. That's the end. And then, but visually,
Okay.
it's very cute.
Let's see.
Visually, all these folks now have.
Look on this seesaw,
Head-
jump rope.
yeah.
They're playing hopscotch, skateboard. I can't see the other kid. I don't know what he's doing, but airplane, hula hoop. Look at the potato doing hula hoop.
Yeah.
Look at the potato doing hula hoop.
Isn't that cute?
That's really cute.
So yeah, okay. So it is on some level.
So who are the people who wrote it? What's their?
Josh Lacey is a lunatic. No, Josh Lacey is a British writer born and raised in London. He worked as a journalist, a teacher, that makes sense, and a screenwriter before writing his first book, A Dog Called Gurk. Spelled G-R-K. Yeah, okay. Can you say autism? He has written several other children's books, including The Dragon Sitter, The Island of Thieves, and the adult book, God is Brazilian, and a biography of Charles Miller. Find out more at joshlacey.com. I have no idea what Charles Miller is. And now, Momoko Abe was born in Japan and has been drawing ever since she can remember. Oh, it's a girly girl. She moved to the UK to study filmmaking and still works in the TV and film industry alongside her illustration work. Go to momokoabe.com. And this is copyright 2022. The Pet Potato. The end. Well, I dread asking, Daddy, can I borrow your pen? Sure.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what library are you getting these from? Is it the Library of Hell? I know.
I don't remember children's books being anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so. Yeah, I do apologize to everyone watching at home, even everybody not watching at home, anybody who's never even heard of this show, for reading the last couple of books, Potato Pants, and now The Pet Potato. I think maybe next week we'll turn the reins back over to Rabbi Sol Solomon with some more religious and spiritual reading matter for our Storytime segment on Dave's Gone By. But anyway, for whatever reason you are watching the Dave's Gone By show, with me, Dave Lefkowitz, live on this Saturday, April 25th, 2026. It's our 1029th episode. We still have our Colorado Limerick of the Damned to do. Before that, anything else we want to... hon.
What?
Two things. I'll save this for the end because I have a joke for the end. But you ever heard the expression? I was thinking about this is the kind of thing that doesn't quite keep me up at night because I sleep like a log, thank goodness. But before I'm going to sleep at night, these are the kinds of things that run through my mind. You ever heard the expression "hope against all hope"? Hope against hope.
Oh yeah, hope against all odds or something.
No, but not hope against hope. Did I? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have been thinking of that. Hoping against hope. Yes, that is a common expression.
Yeah.
Means to passionately desire or expect a positive outcome, right? Hoping against hope. But it occurred to me that makes literally no sense. And when I say literally, I mean that literally. Like, think about that. If you hope against hope, that's hopeless. You hope you have no hope. How do you hope against hope is hope. This bothered me. It bothered me more a few days ago. Obviously, I'm trying to remember it now, and it's bothering me less. But no, there's a memoir by Nadezhda Mandelstam called Hope Against Hope. I'm guessing it's about the Holocaust. Just guessing. But it's a thing. It may refer to, let's see, the Wikipedia. It's about Stalinism, actually. It was Jews in Russia. But a hope grounded on fragile and uncertain belief that things could get better or return to as they were. Wishful thinking, vague optimism. So it's still, because you have hope against doubt, right? Hope against fatalism, hope against pessimism. Hope against hope just means nothing. Yeah. As I said, it didn't keep me up at night, but I did find it bothersome. Anywho, what doesn't bother me is honoring and delighting in the wonderful people who join this program over the years to favor us with their guestiness. People like Lynnea Benson, who was on our show just a few minutes ago, talking to Rabbi Sol Solomon. Lynnea is the artistic director and co-founder of the Frog and Peach Theater Company. They're doing the musical Three Women at Theater for the New City over the next couple of weeks. Go see it. And also, of course, find out more about Rabbi Sol Solomon at his website, shalomdammit.com. But those are just folks who've been on this program today. We've been on the air for 24 and a half years. Who are the folks in our Daverhood for weeks and months and years gone by? Well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, thank you, Telemon. Very nice, very nice. So, the Friends of the Daverhood. We do this segment every week because we're proud of the wonderful folks who've taken the time to be guests on the show, and we want to let you know, hey, they were doing something while they were here, and now it's a long time later. What have they been up to since? For example, or por ejemplo, we might say, hey, congratulations. My wife mentioned this a little while ago. To our recent friend Valentina Kozlova, her book, Behind the Curtain, is now officially out on Amazon. Valentina was telling you she was in Russia back in the 1970s with her husband, and they were touring. She's a ballerina, and she's going all over the place, and she's like, I think I want to live in America, not Russia. So they did inroads and made contacts, and they were able to defect. And by the way, it's not a Soviet Jewish thing. It was just she wanted to be in the world rather than behind the Iron Curtain, and she got out. And so she wrote the book Behind the Curtain, and you can get it on Amazon. And of course, if you want to see that interview with Valentina Kozlova, just go on davesgoneby.com for the archives. Playing now, through an open run, on Broadway at Circle in the Square Theater is Debbie Gravit in Just in Time. We also have our friend Anne Harada at the Nederlander Theater in the very, very well-reviewed musical comedy Schmigadoon. the legendary Andre de Shields. He is in Cats, the Jellicle Ball, which is at the Broadhurst Theater. The best reviews any iteration of Cats has ever gotten is this one that's playing on Broadway at the Broadhurst. And let's see what else. Playing now through, just tomorrow, you can see, if you are on Long Island at the Tillis Center, Adam Pascal is directing the new musical with music by Foreigner, so it's kind of a jukeboxy thing. Feels like the first time. Want to let you also know, speaking of musicals, Greg Cotis, his show I Am Nobody, is playing at the Magnet Theater in Midtown weekly through tomorrow. I want to let you know that Lonnie Price co-directed or is co-directing the new Broadway musical Beaches, which also, this is a two-bagger, has a book and lyrics by our friend Iris Rayner Dart. She's the woman who wrote the novel Beaches. She adapted it into the movie. Now it's adapted into a musical. The reviews on this were not wonderful. So I suggest if you do want to see this version of Beaches, get to it. It's at the Majestic Theater on Broadway. Richard Caliban, the fellow who was just on our last show, he is directing the off-Broadway play Movies TV Mayhem, featuring our friend Lou Liberatore. That is at Figaro Theater over on West 42nd, over by 9th and 10th Avenue. Tom Papa, wonderful comedian, he is doing his Grateful Bread tour, because he does videos where he bakes. He likes baking bread in the kitchen. Tom Papa, go see him in Huntington, New York, and that is happening tonight. Tomorrow, musician Richard Barone is emceeing a chat with the legendary Eric Anderson. Again, another two-bagger for us. That is at the Bitter End, speaking of legendary, on Bleecker Street in the Village. Greg Cotis, I mentioned him before. He's doing this new musical, as I said, I Am Nobody, but they've also been developing this improv musical, he and his wife, our other friend, Ann Halliday. It's called Wayfaring Strangers. It's at the Pit, and that is also tomorrow, Sunday. And tomorrow, Sunday, Marissa Mulder, the cabaret lady, is doing songs of Lennon and McCartney, and you can see that at CNY Jazz in Syracuse, New York. On Monday, the 27th, Natalie Douglas is singing songs of Linda Ronstadt. That is at Birdland. And then Eric Anderson, I guess, is in town, because the day after he's doing that chat with Richard Barone, he's performing at the Bitter End on Bleecker Street. That is Monday night. On Wednesday, Christine Petty is hosting The Wicked Stage, Songs About Showbiz. That is at 54 Below. And then Friday night, Marcus Goldhaber, or Friday, his new album, The Promise of You, drops from Marcus Goldhaber. Also on Friday, Ellen Mandel will be accompanying on piano Paris, New York Songs of Spring at St. John's in the Village, which is in the Village. And then, oh boy.
What?
Leslie Grigg, the CEO of Golden Grigg, the guy of the Ore-Ida family, or the former Ore-Ida family, is going to be taking part in the LA Tribune Leadership Summit. So yay for him. And then now through May 3rd, Ned Van Zandt is doing his solo show, very, very well reviewed, Lost in Del Valley. That's at the Soho Playhouse. And then on May 3rd, I'm not sure why, but LaChanze, our friend, will be doing a talk back after that particular, after the last show. So May 3rd, see the show and also stay for the talk back with LaChanze. And then just our regular friends of the Daverhood, Evan Seplow, the founder and editor of StageBuddy.com. Shout out to Charlie Gross and Leslie Hoban Blake, who are the co-hosts of Two on the Aisle, the theater review show that you can watch on YouTube. Same goes for Eva Heinemann, who hosts High Drama, the theater review show, also on YouTube. And, of course, how can we forget our beloved Chicago friend Vicky Quaddy, who does shows like Are You Smarter Than Your 8th Grade Nun and Late Night Catechism out there in Chicagoland. And, of course, David Sheward, who writes theater reviews for TotalTheater.com. And those, my friends, are the friends of the Daverhood. Take it away, Telemon. Thank you very much. So, it's about 10 to 12 Eastern Time in the Daverhood on our 1029th episode of the show. We should really go. We should get out there, get to these yard sales, A, before it rains and they close up shop, and B, because some of them are only until noon or 1 o'clock. But I can't go. You know why, hon?
Why, honey?
What haven't we done yet? What are we missing?
Potato book that's happy.
I can't find the potato book. Even at night, to help my wife get to sleep, I read to her. I got these comic books called Super Potato. But the problem is I'm reading to her and she's not actually seeing the visuals. And it's a graphic novel kind of thing. So that's not really working the way I hoped it would. But, away from potatoes for a moment. I'm sorry, potato. It is time for poetry. It is time for the beauty, the wonder, the glory, the academic scholarship of verse. Because every week I do a Colorado Limerick of the damned. And this basically is a poem about a different place in the beautiful state of Colorado where my wife and I lived for more than a decade. And I just decided, hey, I can make a funny poem using the names of one of these Colorado places, and then I thought I can make another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Eventually, I had dozens, and eventually after that, I have about 350 of them now. They just won't stop. And today's the latest one. We are going to College View, Colorado. Not College Hills. That's different. We did that last week. No, this is College View, Colorado. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it, if I can find the paperwork on it. It's here somewhere. Here it is. And then give you a poem. Stop it. Dedicated to College View.
A limerick is a comic verse of 5 lines, in which lines 1, 2, and 5 will end with words that rhyme, and likewise verses 3 and 4 also end with words that rhyme. So this is a limerick.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you a little bit about the place, and then I favor you, I honor you with a disgusting poem about that place. So today it's College View, Colorado. It's a neighborhood. It's a neighborhood in Denver, just like College Hills was. Population, though, of about 8,000 people. And it's near the University of Denver, so hence the name College View, right? And some say, not everybody, but some say that College View is synonymous with South Platte. Ooh. I know you've been saying that all week. My wife has been saying, you mean College View? No, it's South Platte. I'm like, no, it's College View. Just
South Platte, South Platte, not College View.
Going on down the South Platte, going to have myself a time. Friendly faces everywhere. Down the South. Can you believe I'm 62 years old? My wife is only a couple of years younger than I am, and this is how we behave. Thank God. Wrote one resident about College View, not South Platte. Quote, it's a nice neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood with a lot of dentists, clinics, and grocery stores.
Good teeth, good food. Good teeth, good food.
And clinics. Don't forget they have clinics too.
And herpes treatment.
Yeah, if you want good penicillin, you don't get that in Denver. Yeah, you can't get that stuff in Pueblo. You gotta go. South Platte. All right. One realtor. I gotta see if it's also called South Platte. Something I can do one about a poem about it. One realtor wrote, the neighborhood boasts the scenic Harvard Gulch Trail.
South Platte Trail.
There's also a light rail, a golf course, grocery stores, and ethnic restaurants. I guess They have Long John Platts. They have Platt Donald's, Burger Platt. I think they have maybe they're an eye Platt, which is really good for breakfast. Yeah, Iron Platt. Oh, not that. There's also homes tend to be older there, and therefore just a little less expensive than other Denver neighborhoods. So you can get a nice, maybe needs a little bit of work, but it's also got some character to it. And you can save a few thousand if you want to move into the College View neighborhood in Denver. But anyway, we're going to for the moment, for the sake of this poem, we're going to keep calling it College View. And from then on, we will, in deference to my lovely wife, call it South Platte. But for now, let's just call it College View because we have our Colorado Limerick of the damned. And get the kids out of the room, please. If you find your balls turning blue, call Mary. She's in College View. She seems really proper, but just get on top her, and she'll prove she's down for a screw. If you want to complain, and why wouldn't you, send your messages to southplatte@aol.com or its alternative name, davesgoneby@aol.com. I have so much fun when I'm with you. davesgoneby@aol.com. And I read everything. I don't necessarily have the time to respond to everything, but davesgoneby@aol.com. You can also, of course, message me on the Facebook page that you're watching, Dave's Gone By. Either direct message me there or you can post under any episode. And, of course, give the episodes thumbs up and likes and views. Love to see that. Loving also when I get views on YouTube as well as on my own website and now on Spotify too. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, we also have a Twitter or an X feed, I guess they call it, at x.com where Radio Dave too. X.com, just look for us under South Platte. Radio Dave 2, and the rabbi is at Rabbi Sol Solomon there. We have a Blue Sky page. I don't even know what the hell it is. I think it's my name. It's David, is it Dave.Lefkowitz or David.Lefkowitz? I have that somewhere. Somewhere is my Blue Sky is, it's just Dave's Gone By. But our Instagram page is my name, David.Lefkowitz. It's all the same stuff. Really, everything you need is either at davesgoneby.com or this Facebook page. So do check that out. Do try and get in touch. Do tell people about the show and so forth. So, Hun, is there anything that we want to talk about or need to? I do have a joke. I did write a joke about a week ago that I have been saving. Oh, no, I think I told it to you when you were underwhelmed. But maybe my viewers will be whelmed. So I'm going to try it here, and you see how you like it. This is our joke of the week, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I never understood why, after her husband died, Winnie Mandela married casino owner Steve Wynn. Then I realized, win-win. Because she'd be Winnie Win, right? Yeah, that was essentially the reception I expected. Anywho, want to let you know, so before we let you go, let me tell you about the upcoming episodes of the Dave's Gone By show, because we missed one last week, but we should be here the next couple of weeks. So, next week, I misspoke earlier, because I mentioned Richard Caliban is going to be directing a show. And I mentioned it in our Friends of the Daverhood thing. I've got just too many pages here. But Richard Caliban was not on our episode last week. He's going to be on our episode next week. So tune in May 2nd to Dave's Gone By for more about Richard Caliban. He has his own theater company and has had it for many, many years. He's an award-winning playwright and director. And if you think Frog and Peach is a weird name for a theater company, his theater company was Cucaracha Theater in New York.
Show yourself on yourself.
named after cockroaches for whatever reason. We will ask
What's
him.
popped up there?
I don't know, they're your friends or something, but here I am, or my friends. Here we go. Here I am. That's me. So, Cucaracha Theater's Richard Caliban, very well respected director. He's going to be with us next week on Dave's Gone By. And then, the week after that, singer, songwriter, comedian Carla Ulbrich. You've heard, if you've listened to Dr. Demento over the years, you would know her song, What If Your Butt Was Gone? As well as What If Your Girlfriend Was Gone? Plus, you want to talk about health issues? She's undergone, over the years ago, but some serious medical, like life-threatening issues. And she wrote funny songs about them, like a whole album about being really desperately sick. And I mean sick, not like I'm sick, but sick. So, yeah, Carla Ulbrich, the What If Your Butt Was Gone woman, is going to be our guest on May 9th in the Daverhood, talking with Rabbi Sol Solomon. So, by gosh, you're going to want to be here on upcoming Saturdays for not the 1029th, oh no, but the 1000, I got to take both numbers down, and 30th, with emphasis on the episode of the Dave's Gone By, Facebookio, Podcastio, Programmio of the stream. It just remains for me to thank one more time Lynnea Benson. And also thank you to Elizabeth Scholar. See, it is a scholarly program. of South Cloud. She is the PR person who helped put that interview together. Thank you. Thank you, Lynnea. Thank you, Rabbi Sol Solomon. Go to shalomdavid.com. And thank you to my darling and adorable wife, South, or SP as I call her. Thank you to all of you watching at home.
Not North Platte.
Nuh-uh.
Not East Platte.
Mm-hmm.
Not West Platte.
Nuh-uh. Yeah. Yeah, South Platte all the way, baby. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Oh, we need to go out with the balloons. Kick the balloons to me, honey. They're by you.
Oh, gosh, hold on. Oh, let's close, of course, as we've been doing with a balloon fight. Oh. But please do join us next week for another episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebook, your podcast, and programming on the street. Ha! Whee! Oh, I got to play music. Hold on, before you hit me with a balloon. Or while you're hitting me with a balloon. Let me see if I can do it while I'm playing balloon hitting. Here we go. Oh. No, I couldn't do it. Why? Play.
Dave's gone. Dave's gone.
There it is.
Dave's gone by.
Oh, no. Okay, wait, I gotta stop the music. Stop. Can't stop the music. So, here it goes. Whee! Whoa. Whoop. North Platte. North Platte. Oh. My fault. I got the green one. I almost fell. North Platte.
South Platte.
East Platte.
South Platte.
We'll see you next week.